Yo, this is Alessandra Ambrosio mix update or hot update or some kind of something, and it's also an update on Gabby DeLue's Alessandra's friend. It's an update on her cancer. So, if you want to know more about this, I've been talking about this for at least a year, and it's still going with my narrative. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying about the weather. This is what I'm saying about the volcano stuff, which coincidentally, Kilauea is going off. Gabby's from Hawaii. I mean, it's just all the last. Like I do these mixes, and I did this with Alessandra. Like when, like she literally went. I did these videos about these mixes, and in the background I had Iceland and the volcanic reaction. And to taunt me, Alessandra went to Iceland with Noah Ambrosio. You know, my son, who she's pretending is the child of another man, and like I don't get to see my kids. I didn't even know I had kids until, yeah. Looks like I got a lot of kids actually, but in any instance, this is about the music, and the music is really important because music is important, and also like I think myself and a lot of people probably want something to get their minds off all this other stuff and just enjoy, just enjoy music. I don't have to explain it, you know why music's good. So I have been working on these mixes, and the mixes tell stories that are impossible. It is impossible to say that me as Matthew Ray Wilkins is like just normal. If you look at these track lists, and like I'm either working with absurd amounts of people telepathically or something, or like I am clearly the one overcoming at the seven churches of Asia from the Book of Revelation in Revelation 2 and 3. It's like as clear as can be. There's a sword in the stone type situation. You do it. You pull the sword out the stone. You get to be the king of America. It looks like, and that probably makes you king of the world. And but like a rightful king of America, like a Superman. Thus, the movie came out, and thus Goku, because I think I've been sitting on this one for a while, and it's just gotta have that. You know, gotta have that turtle power Kamehameha wave, and hit him with the Kamehameha. And so I am doing that. Clearly, Yahweh is emperor of all things, not just of Hawaii. So, and if I'm a time traveling couple, man, I could be his dad. I'd be anybody's dad. If I'm Jesus' dad, whose dad couldn't I be? You know what I mean? If that's what the idea of being the overcomer is, which is literally what it looks like to me. It's just like Jesus is like, well, you claim me, and like you won't stop claiming me, even though it brings difficulty on you to an extreme. Is that what's going on with Anja and Noah Ambrosio or something too? I mean, like, because clearly that's going on. But like the thing with Jesus is the real one. Because that's the one that Satan wants. Because that gives you, you get to be actual king of the Jews if you have that one, and that means you're king of the juice. Um, the 144,000 virgins on Zion, lots of juice, virgins, blood, juice, drip, drip. Thus, blood fire. And so you can see that there's some kind of active battle over the sexual resources, and something's going on with Alessandro Ambrosio. I just am a normal guy from like, am I Superman? You know what I mean? Like, am I Goku? It feels like it. So that's what I'm getting over, and yeah. Um, is that the coup? Was there a coup? Did someone try to coup me? But I got him with the Counter Strike, and that was Counter Strike Go, and so I'm doing him now. I'm just throwing all these concepts from all the past few years together into one sentence. Look at that! Wow, looks like we're getting out the void or the black hole or whatever. We're actually doing it now. That was 7 years ago. I was saying it, but now we're doing it. Uh, and oh, And I mean, it's really going off because it started off when I woke up. It was like he was doing this, and then I took some screenshots, and then it started doing this, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it started doing this, and I was planning to make this video. Oh, now it's doing this. And you can see they got other cameras, but let's look because it's really starting. I mean, it's gonna fountain up. It's starting. This is the 29th eruptive thing. So, how many of these do you have to do before people actually acknowledge what I'm saying? Like, how many spectacular things? Is Donald Trump ever going to come to Houston and like engage that there's a person here in Houston, or is he just actually Satan, or just Han? And then that's the next stage is I got to fight Satan actually, or what? I mean, I'm like trying to figure this out, but it just doesn't seem like. Um, well, I guess we'll see what happens, but I will say there's a DJ named Don Diablo, so it might be that some Don is Diablo, which is the Greek word, or diabolos is the Greek word for traducer, liar, slander. You know that thing when they threw me in the jail here in Houston? But they were lying about it because there is a situation going on around me where I'm being harassed by a bunch of people and they're lying about it. And it's literally in the Bible in the book of Daniel because this is actually what this is about. And in the book of Revelation because it just describes the overcomer situation that I'm going on. But the book of Daniel thing is the legal case. And I've laid out why it's important. But let's get to it might be Alessandra doing some evil bullshit. You know what I mean? With whoever that Daniel kid is and whatever's going on with Andra or whatever. Or maybe I'm his dad, and maybe he's just a sweet cuckolded boy. At this point, I don't even, I just want to do music stuff, and this is stressing me too much, and it's stopping me from doing music. It's stopping me from doing what I want. It's stopping me from making this place fun. It's stopping this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a problem, and I want to enjoy things, and I want to make mixes. And actually that's what I'm going to get to right now. So let's first let me take some screenshots here. So these screenshots will go directly into my story and pictures. You'll see my process for this. So I take these screenshots, go in here. Also, I want to show, we'll come right back 1,000 days ago. Give me one moment. 1,000 days ago, I like this was on my screen when I got back into my room uh after I showered, and so it's 1,000 days strong. So are we 1,000 days into the 1,260 days? And like we're probably really close if that's the case, or are we about to? It's the 1,000 days, like we're about to hit the midway point, and then that's the 1,260 days from Revelation point. Because either one of those is completely believable to me, but I'm it feels like some time period is about to kick off or end soon, end or whatever. Major one from Revelation. I mean, I'm not even kidding. So, okay, let me pull this up, and then let me go to. Hold on. Oh no, that's 2001. I mean, 2021. I need 2022. I kind of wish there was a better system to navigate this stuff. Hey, look, it's Georgina Rodriguez. Is Cristiano Ronaldo going to come play soccer in Houston? Or no, is he a bad guy? I don't know. Who's good guys? Who's bad guys? I mean, I think everybody's bad guys, and I'm the good guy, and you're all my kids, and you're all Batman, and I'm Superman. And you try to kill me. You guys are assholes, but you're you might be able to kill Superman or whatever. But I think Jesus/Yahweh. Jesus already died, and Yahweh can't die, and so hopefully, if I'm him, then if I am overcoming, then yeah. And I think Alessandra is doing something evil. So This is why I think it's some kind of coven of witches. I'm not even fucking kidding. And it's like, well, is it a Superman harem? Is it a coven of witches? What is it? It looks like it's a coven of witches to me, but you know, could be a Superman harem. And and uh, oh, is this where I Kamehameha him? I just experienced time different. So like this is actually the point that it lands. All right, well, is that the IDF? Are they DF? Get it? I'm kidding. All right, well, that's a Dallas joke. That's a Dallas joke. All right. So you can see I was gonna say this. I actually, when I was in the shower, I hadn't seen this yet, right? I said that when I came out of the shower, I would I would like I saw this picture that had popped up, right? The one that said 1,000 days ago. This is what was 1,000 days ago. Like the reason I picked that date was date from calculator. This is what I'm saying. It's a weird time thing that they're using on me, like trying to be like Doctor Strange and Dormammu. A bit different, but I'm not Dormammu. And I think I caught you in a bigger thing where I just caught you doing it, and it looks really dumb, and I'm about to implode it. And that was the whole time collapse thing from not this mix, but this mix is important and connected. But from this mix, and then you go to the bottom, and it's the last track that says time collapse, and there's a nuke 'em, drop it, the Buddhist palm, and I think Olivia Munn maybe thought she had me in her palm or something, or some Buddhist did, because I'm like the Monkey King. That's what they think. They think I'm Goku or whatever, or Superman, or I don't know. They think some bullshit, but yeah, yo. So I'm nuking them, and then time collapse, turn the world on, because I think you know probably turning the world on a lot, and then time collapse, and then we go to a place where time doesn't really isn't a problem. You know what I mean? It's not like what's time when you don't die, and that's why the Bible ends like that. And we get rid of the people that are a problem. We get rid of literally get rid of the snakes. Like I'm not. That's not an exaggeration. Um, so, and I believe this is through the power of understanding what the snake is. Which most people, I mean, it's like literally it's a diviner, enchanter, wizard person people. uh, Gryffindor, Gryffindorcy, Slytherin. That was the joke from yesterday in the Dynamo Philadelphia Union game. All right, well, let me have some more coffee here. Give me a moment. Okay, let's go back 1,000 days. That's why I did this. So 1,000, and it's wait, was it? Okay, I thought it was 22nd. So that's 2 days ago. 1,002 days is what that was. So, what is 1,000 days ago? What does that look like? Let's see, because this is 22nd, 2022. It's Alessandra Ambrosia and Maggie Moon and Matilda and Georgina. Yeah. Also, we can do feet stuff. Like, I think the women can do feet stuff like this. Like, some of them like it. Like, Arena Shike seems to like it. And I think it's fun. So, you can show off your feet. That's fun, right? Bigger and weirder. Look, up here, bigger and weirder. I remember you want to see Weird Al? Well, we're being bigger and weirder now. Uh, okay, 24, 24, 20. This is 24. This is it. So I guess I'm Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack 100 Ghost Total. I guess that's what this is. uh, and yeah, look. See? Exactly. I think I'm spot on the money. Spiggity spot on the money. Well, I was gonna make another screenshot. I didn't even put the. See, I'm gonna show you the process here. I'm gonna show you this process. Should I show you the process? I'll just put it in. It'll be faster if I just do it. I don't even need to show you the process. Wait, I do need to show this part. So we'll get a new screenshot because it's changed a bit. It's a little light out. It looks nice right now. Very beautiful. The sun's coming up in Hawaii. The sun's coming up just, I think, in general. I think it's like 4 a.m. I think Jezebel's about to die. But is that Gabby DeLuz? Honestly, I hope not. I hope Alessandra and Gabby DeLuz are just being dummies and they're going to get their ass to Houston and get some cancer treatment at MD, the cancer treatment center right here, because I 100% believe Jesus could heal. Jesus slash God, like I believe I'm the overcomer. I believe I have manifest healing power, and you can see the powers that I have. And like I think, to be honest, I think Alessandra is just lying about what I think she's a Satanist, and the idea of a Satanist is they're just opponents or something. This is why the synagogue of Satan, those who claim to be Jews but are not, they're about to be brought to my feet, and like they're gonna recognize, because like they're just some fucking snaky idiots that are using like Eastern fucking snake magic, and even the dragon is a literal little snake that Yahweh has me step on at this point, and then I get to have all his authority and stuff, or I get to be the overcomer. That's what the thing is. But the overcomer gets to be pretty much Yahweh. I mean, Yahweh's a spirit. That's the thing. So, but you get to be like the guy on the throne with Jesus, with the name on it. You're authorized. You have the iron rod. You have the morning star. You have this, everything. So I'm like the white stone. Look, I literally picked up a white stone at the yoga studio that I stepped on accidentally when I thought, oh, she's my daughter, and then I stepped back on this white stone. Um, and okay, look, I took these screenshots. Did I? Yeah, I did. So now we're gonna take these. They look nice. I'm gonna put them in the transfer folder. I am Yoda, like I'm your dad, or I'm Yoda from Star Wars, or I'm Yoda, like Yo as in Yah, because Yo and Yah are the same. Like Yahweh is, if you put it in front of things, is Yo, and it's technically correct. I mean, it's either one is technically correct. That's my point. Which one is the most correct? Yah, but if Yah is Yo, then Yo. Yeah, that's why I'm just like, I just once you're at that point, Yahweh is not like I can say for sure. Yah is not. I don't believe Yahweh has a problem with once you're at Yo and Yah and you're like, well, which one? I mean, at this point, maybe I'm showing like, well, Yo, am I close enough? Uh, or something. Um, in any instance, it's good enough for me if Yah is the name, so that's probably why. Because I'm a dude named Yo. You get why? But okay. I mean, I do think again, this being exactly like the time thing that I'm saying, everything's in line. Like this is exactly uh October 24th. I mean, what am I? Did I lie about this? Am I lying about this? Did I fake it? Apple, did I fake it? Have you guys been watching the whole time? I'm pretty sure you were watching in my private story and pictures, which you shouldn't be. But in any instance, look. I mean, like, what? Am I just bullshitting? Fire! It's fire! I'm a little snoozy and I'm kind of crazy. But I'm not lying, am I? I'm not trying to. Um, okay. So probably also, I probably have a license to kill because the little cute cat council deemed me deemed me unworthy. So I have a license to kill because they aren't the actual council. They're liars. This is why. Something trying to pretend to be the Elohim, right? And is it or some kind of El or deity thing? And I think it's maybe this fake cat council of witches. And this is like the Shazam thing. They tried to even Gal Gadot's in that universe, in the thing where it's a bunch of council of wizards give Shazam his power. You think that's how Yahweh gets his power? No. Yahweh comes into Egypt like Goku with an iron rod. I mean, not like Goku. Goku's like Yahweh. I mean, he's the intellectual. You guys know Goku. You know what I mean? And he's a knockoff of Yahweh. So I'm trying to make it like understandable to you how that would. It's not even how it would look, but like you get that that's an intellectual property knockoff. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So not that I don't like I didn't enjoy it growing up, but at a certain point, can we just acknowledge what it is? Uh, what was I saying? Oh, Shazam! Shazam gets his powers like that, but Yahweh didn't, and I don't. So, and look, maybe a council of witches tried to steal my powers, and then I got double because of it. So I think that's probably something that's going on. And this is what I was gonna say. Look, I think that these people, I brought up the Disney Assassins thing. I literally, one of the videos that they tried to with Brittany Orlando, tried to, or Brittany or Bagoso or whatever her name is now, Brittany Orlando. None of these names are real anyway, it feels like, so they probably aren't. But, the whole Disney Assassins thing, and I think like the Arab rape Mecca thing, the Islam magician thing, is trying to sneak in and steal Disney and like a bunch of Americans shit. They tried to do it with golf, the live golf thing. So hold on. For some reason, it's not pulling up fast on just that. So I'm gonna pull it up here. Okay, but this is what I'm gonna show. I think what I'm about to prove out is that, like, look, Michael the Archangel, Mickey Mouse, right? Whatever this system is like the Islamic rape mecha system, and it's like a communist rape mecha thing, and it uses women, it uses everything to try to kill anybody down, and it's a death cult and whatever. And I believe I'm in a tinted testimony, like I essentially ratting on it because it's my system in the end. It's like a part of my being because I think if I represent like existence, if I'm Superman and I represent the soup, it's some kind of cancer, and I'm trying to get rid of it. And like it's the snake bite from the snake that I was just talking about, and it's like the venom stuff. Okay, well, some kind of fake knockoff Ishmael Ahab thing, like from Metal Gear Solid, and like we're literally talking about a giant mecha, and I'm saying Metal Gear. So like, okay, if that kind of thing is attacking me, and I'm like actually on Mount Zion here in Houston with 144,000 virgins, or like with Jesus or whatever, you know how the overcomer is on Zion, or the overcomer shares in the meal with Jesus. Jesus has 144,000 virgins on Zion. There are 144,000 virgins. Virgins are women, not men. It's not going to say virgins for women. Don't be idiots. I mean, for men, it's only going to say virgins for women. Yeah. Yeah. So, because it's talking about, their virginity. You pop their cherry, or you like taking sexual liberties with them because the way that men and women like link together in the metaphysical realities. And so I just want what's mine, that I can have like a Superman harem that would be fun, and like we can actually kick off the fun. And so I think they kind of did this to me. Like I think Mickey is me. I think I'm Mickey Mouse, and that's Mikael Mouse, who is like Al or L, who is like, to my mom and family, you guys are kind of for doing this with whatever, but so let's go to Oklahoma here, and let's go to where are we going? Where are we going? Actually, it'll be easier to see on the other map. I just had to prove a point with the picture stuff here. Actually, even let me back out here. Notice how this is like, it looks a lot like my Um, like the Milkins logo. This is gonna be the thumbnail, okay? Just making sure you guys get that. Um, so and actually let's go a little bit like this, so that between here and Hawaii is very prominent. And yeah, okay, this looks good. And like hopefully the rats are all the girls in Hawaii that are helping me, because people are, I don't know, some kind of Islamic rape mecca is trying to use them to attack me or something. I'm still trying to figure this out exactly myself. I just have enough power to not be dead inside of it when most people I think would. Maybe that's what it feels like, because it's not. It's like a long term running a marathon, and I don't even like running. I don't even, I don't mind sprinting, but you can't sprint a marathon. You could if you were Yahweh, but we're getting there. All right, so I think this is part of where how I get there. So I think Mickey Mouse, it's like Michael Mouse, Mikael, who is like God, and that's what Michael means. And like the idea is like Allah is a female knockoff of the things, and it's like it, the some kind of woman poison thing, and the women are able to use any one woman to like poison men down or something. But it's not the women; it's like the harlot of Babylon system or whatever. Do I gotta explain it? It's in the Bible. I think if you read the Bible enough, I'm just gonna talk about stuff, and then like you'll be like, oh, I think those line up. Yeah, and because I think we're in a thing, and we're still in it until we like stop it. That like whatever that time loop thing is that I talked about collapsing, and then we go to a kingdom of heaven where there isn't really time, and it's not something to worry about, because it's like would we be thinking of like the year anything if we just didn't die and like whatever, we'd just be in a place where we'd have a lot of different, we'd think differently. So I think that's the point. It even says in the Bible, it's like it's hard to like when we're pressed in these like vessels of clay, it's like hard to reason. The thing when I was saying, I'm trying to be pretty smart, but it's hard when you're getting punched in the face, like metaphorically, like whatever spiritual thing. It just feels like something's like, it's like, hello, hello, can you not do that so I can at least think of my situation and get out of this? That's what it feels like. Or just maybe like, like if you just had a and it's just like, you know what I mean, sound effect and all. I'm trying to make the like obvious. It really feels like something's just like, um, cool. So hopefully we got some good screenshot worthy stuff here. I tried to include the uh, active eruption zone here. Look, it's even the colors and everything, right? All right. Well, here I'm gonna put those in my folder. We haven't even gotten to the mixed stuff yet, but we're going to, so I'm not worried. It's gonna be named the mixed stuff. Um, how do I want to do this? Give me a moment. Oop. I don't know why it does that, but okay. And like, I would appreciate if this was my super harem, but they just like won't listen, or like they're listening clearly, they won't do. Or maybe they're doing whatever the thing is with my leg. Can you at least stop that part? Everything else, like I can go for a long time probably at the leg thing, but god damn, it's just like that is ever persistent on my mind, and I'm pretty sure the women are doing the thing with their leg too, because it looks like they're feeling it. They just don't want to admit it, Why? Because then Matt has power, and they don't want that. Because then Matt has power. Because I have power. You know what I mean? They they don't want me to have enough power to do my own thing. Else, that's what is going on with the women, and some man or men are doing that to them. And I think whatever is executive order, like restraining me, is doing that. That's what it feels like. So I'm trying to. Literally, this went by on. Wait, let's see. Oh, I thought it said. Yeah, it does say freedom. Is there two E's? Free Dom. I get to Dom my whole harem. I would love to. Thank you, please, because they're mine. Ooh. Um, and like Pokimane. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I think I might be Pokimane's dad, and I might. It's like, well, probably. Um, it looks like it. So I just wanted to show. You get what I mean with this, right? Right. That's my look. That's the logo that I use, and I think something's trying to say that it's like their Disney or something, right? But I think the real Disney is the me. You know what I mean? Like the real Michael character. I think the real Disney would be attached to the Mickey Mouse, whoever that actually would be most, and I think that that's me. Because I most represent America and wanting to make this place fun and like not suck and also be safe. And I think I'm a lot of people's dad or everybody's dad, or at least I'm a dad, and something's like taking my kids from me, but illegally and immorally, and it's hurting me and it's hurting everybody. Like I literally believe that this is like what the Bible's about in the overcomer situation. But if you go down here, did you know that there's a place in Oklahoma called Disney? Well, you do now. Wow. Look, it's literally called Disney. Who would have thought? Spears Street? Is that Britney Spears Street? Well, I can say this. Oh, and the Neo show River. Am I Neo from the Matrix? Actually, I clearly am. Like, that's clearly my intellectual property, but okay, let's keep going. Um, hmm. J? Am I J? Z? Electronica? Cole? I'm just, J. Or Yod? Hold on. See, now when I go over the mixed stuff, you ain't gonna say there's nothing going on. That's Tet, not Yod. Yeah, like the Tet offensive is just a letter in Hebrew. It happens to be the one before the Yod. So, Yod. Like, the name of the God of the Bible. Yod hey, wow hey. Yod. Okay? Yeah? Alright, J. That's the letter J. Just I'm making a point. Um and those are my like what is it? It looks like this is like a language that's coming out of my reality, and I'm like the one brewing it, like it's coffee or something. I also saw a thing where it was like trying to show me on Instagram how spiky and how how coffee looked, and I was just like, yeah, it looks kind of, it looks whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna say this: the Bible says you get bit by a snake. Like I'm not gonna be worried about drinking coffee. You know what I mean? All sorts of things give you cancer. I'm not thinking that coffee is the biggest worry in my reality. I like coffee. You know what I don't like? Cancer. You know what I really don't like? That like, well, we'll look at it here in a second, but whatever's going on with Alessandra Ambrosio and her friend Gabby, where it's like clearly they're looking at this situation. I think it's like they've put me on a show and they're like Muslims or Satanists, and Gabby is about to die if she doesn't actually listen to me. And either she is Jezebel and she's about to die, and I'm about to be, have the iron rod and the morning star and blah blah blah, or this is the point where the synagogue of Satan, whatever's going on with Alessandro Ambrosio and the Jews, and I say the Jews because whatever the synagogue of Satan is, those who claim to be Jews, like Jamie Mazur and whatever's going on with that, in they're clearly it's more just Eastern bullshit. And like, what you think you're gonna beat the Monkey King? You ain't beating fucking Goku. Like, not even a chance. Like, I'm not even entertaining it. The only person that is gonna beat Goku is Yahweh, because it's just you can get what this is. I'm Goku, and then the Bible thing is who is Yahweh, and then it's like, well, it looks like I'm proving out it is me, in fact. So, um, maybe Rayfield was. I think Rayfield was probably Superman, and it's like, so he's Superman and I'm Goku, and then I'm also Superman's son. But I'm also, if I'm Yahweh, then I think that that's what just the Bible's about, and then we can drop all of this whatever, and I can just be Matthew Ray Wilkins. He can be Ray Wilkins, and we can not be hassled by anybody or anything ever, and just have all the resources we want ever. And I could probably fly, and I think Christians can probably fly and do works of what people would say like superhero stuff. I believe in the kingdom of heaven. You know what? It's better that we go that way and not into a place where we don't die. That's guaranteed what it says. Than we go to a place where we do die, and then we can check out whether we get superpowers in that place or not. How does that sound? Does that sound fun? Huh? All right. Yeah. Uh. So let's make this point here. Look, it's Miami or Miami. uh. Where am I looking here? I hate when it doesn't have the labels on stuff. Well, I'm saying that. I mean, I could literally click around, but I don't have the. I don't want to sit here and like mess with the things. Look, Ketchum. Is this Pokemon? Oh, right, Ketchum. Pokemon. I also want to bring this up. Um, did we go through everything? Yeah, that's everything for the day. Also, I think Bella Hadid has kin because I think I'm her dad, and probably also Gal Gadot's dad. Isn't that funny? Couldn't I? I could probably solve the whole Israel Palestine thing with some butt stuff on OnlyFans or something. Like, you guys want to do butt stuff on OnlyFans and like solve the Israel Palestine stuff? Because I'm just dad to both of them. Would you guys stop killing each other? Thanks. Doesn't look good. All right. Let's go to the Pokimane thing. Look, I'm pretty sure Pokimane's my daughter. Um, I keep saying this, and then the women that do, it just ends up being like, well, do I want them to be my daughter? Then they're my daughter. What do you think? Do you think I want Pokimane to be my daughter? Looks like it. I'm hot. It's just okay. I want to say this. It's like I have different. There's like different series or something, and there is one series. I'm gonna get off the Pokimane one real fast, though. It's not that far off. I feel it's the one that is like that my grandma Coral had above her bed, and it's like the one that is like, look, there's a mirror. I guess there's six of them maybe. Like the Anja ones that look probably exactly like me. Like, for the most part, Anja looks like me. I think Anja looks so much like me, it's ridiculous. That's why I'm like, how did I not notice that? It took me a while too. Well, I guess she had to. She looked a lot more like me as she turned into a dirty looking teenage girl. So if that, uh, I mean, actually, that's hilarious. But congrats. So like the Anja model, you know what I mean? And like, I think even Valentina kind of looks like that. Valentina Lima or Wilkins, whatever. uh, okay, so Pokimane here. And I mean, it definitely looks like me. I don't have as big a lips though. That's one thing that the Anja model well, I don't know about improves on. I'm perfect, but you know, um, or I'm being perfect in the way. That's what the Bible says to do. I'm working on it. That's you know, that was a joke earlier. Was it? It's a yoke because I'm yoking to Jesus, and He says I can be perfect, and that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what He says to do. So I'm doing it. Am I just playing with my daughters now? This is cool. I like this. It is actually very comforting, but my leg does hurt, and like I think it could just stop if they like. Are you trying to teach me I'm just playing with my daughters? I probably wouldn't be so unaware of that if my leg didn't hurt so much, which I think is the look. Go to Sun Wukong here. I'm not going to go over all the ways that Goku is just an intellectual property knockoff of Yahweh. I'm not, because I've already done that in plenty of things. But I am going to find the part where it. Look, intelligent stone monkey. Is that the white stone? um, there's a. Uh, oh, here. So, following Wukong's three. This is just me at this point. This isn't really even. You know what I mean? I'm saying like this is just what's going on with Matthew Ray Wilkins and some Eastern magic where something's trying to trap me, and I think it's trapping America and H Tang, and you know, Monkey King getting out of monkey trap. Following Wukong's three cause and effects method of immortality during his time in heaven, he escapes back to his home at the Mountain of Flowers and Fruit. The Court of Heaven finds out that what Wukong has done, and a battle to capture Wukong ensues. Due to the five levels of immortality Wukong has achieved, his body becomes nearly invincible and survives the multiple execution attempts by Heaven. You know, like the Heaven, the one where Satan lives, and then is brought down by Michael the Mickey Mouse or Michael the Archangel, or Michael the Angel. He contests with his angels against Satan and Satan's angels, which might as well be Buddha using an Allah mecha and being cancer and like a snaky poison. And this is Mortal Kombat. And even without powers, I have the one power that women also have, and that's punching men in the balls. And so, get over here. Um, and so yeah, and those are the glasses that Johnny Cage has. Are the aviators that Alessandro Ambrosio wears. Those are my aviators, which are also the aviators from Spider-Man that Tony Stark left Spider-Man, and that Mysterio stole. And then Spider-Man has to kill whoever the Mysterio character is, or Jake Gyllenhaal, or whatever. And then so he does it. All right, so and then everything goes back to good or something, and then the next movie starts. But that's not how this ends exactly. You know how this ends is Book of Revelation. Go read that. Go like we're at the I think we're at the fourth church or the fifth church or the sixth church at the churches of Asia or the seventh church. We're somewhere in the seven churches of Asia, and I'm being the overcomer, and I am the overcomer very clearly. And I'm pretty sure that makes me look a lot like both Jesus and I think I am just the Monkey King, and this is me describing the kind of torture that some people have put me in, and like how about this? That the humans, the men, have put me in, and me and my monkey harem are not men or whatever to be hurt by whatever that's about to hurt the men that are doing this, and the men and women. We're just like happy monkeys trying to have fun and and play video games and this and do soccer stuff and stuff like that. And then the snake thing has caused great problems for the animal kingdom and the humans, and it's causing problems for everything, and so I'm crushing it. Meanwhile, being refined in the crucible extracts yet more of the impurities of mortality and leaves him with another immortality. In desperation, the court of heaven seeks help from Buddha, and that was what 2017. I mean, it was probably actually like 2004 or something. Or does time even fucking actually exist, or am I just trapping them in a story like it's a 2D fucking thing, and we're about to be in so many dimensions? This is gonna look silly, but right now we're still in it. So okay, I'm going. Where's the thing? Oh, Mixcloud. I could probably just go here, huh? Yeah, I could just go here. All right, and then we go to Olivia Munn here, whose name is Lisa or something. And so we go to the. Is she another one of my kids? Looks like she could be. I mean, actually, I was for a while. I was like, "Are you my sister?" No, she's probably my daughter. Pretty much anybody that I'm like questioning a thing, it's like, "Oh, you're just my kids." That's why I'm like, that's why this is all confusing. Um, yeah, Dad's confused because whatever snake poison thing that I just told you about. And I'm taking the snake power, and I'm better at it than the snake, but also not the snake. Hopefully, uh, uh, the Buddhist palm. So, um, so I think Olivia or some kind of Buddhist thing has me in its palm, and it's a Satan-like character, and it's not the real deity or a real deity, and that's why the Synagogue of Satan, who I think that's what really Alessandra and them and Jamie Mazur's parents and these like the people that I go to the yoga studio or whatever or wherever, they all just believe in some other character that is not. It's like Player Two. It's just a character stealing my resources that they've put up against like a wall, and it's like, all right, that person has to die for humanity to move forward. If that's the case, else the person either has to like get behind me, Satan, or you're the problem. You're the thing blocking. Like I think the Ouroboros thing is like I think we're at the point of something's about to get eaten, and I think the whole me going like this should give you a hint. Like, well, I think I'm not the thing that is at problems here. I think maybe two things are about to eat over me like a double dragon, and I'm like, oh, and then I'm okay. Like I went through the what is that thing called? The narrow path. I went through the camel's eye or needle, threading an eye through a needle or something. That thing. Yeah, I did that. And then I went down and I did that, and I'd like to go down on Pokimane on camera, like very detailed, high resolution everything on OnlyFans, and like her fans can watch and everything, and she'll let them. We'll let them. We. That's the we. But I will let them. But yeah. All right, and she'll let them, and I'll let them. Right? I mean, I think that's what's going on. Looks like we're in tune. Still like a trip every day, every moment. Just like not only like imagine like I have a daughter, and then like whoa, Um. Okay. Uh. So, meanwhile, being okay, the Buddha who imprisons Wukong under a mountain. I think the Buddha is just another man to whatever system's about to deal with the men that are acting like snakes. And like I have a Bible system that protects me, and probably my monkey harem, and any of the men and boys associated with my monkey harem, and the kingdom of heaven, the saints of the Most High. That's what that is, I think. And then the whole point is to be the whole world is the kingdom of heaven world, but whatever this Buddhist, Islamic, fake magic, whatever beast system has to come up to fight Yahweh or has come up, and like I'm so tinted that I can barely tell what's going on. Literally, it's causing me problems. Like I'm running into the wall that is my reality, and like they're like, no, no, you don't even get to look out. Um, Well, at least it's comfortable if it is. Can you send me my harem? I guess my mom said Tuesday, so Tuesday evening. Um okay. Buddha who imprisons Wukong under a mountain after having tricked him into agreeing to a wager. I remember when I was a kid and I was over at Seth Witzit's house, and he's a pretty smart guy. I think he's doing quantum physics shit at Rice, and I'm just like, making mixes and stuff. Uh, so I remember when we were playing like Counter Strike over there, and I learned a bunch, and I learned a lot about. No, this was at Rice. Wait, let me go back. Rice Elementary, not Rice University. Probably linked. Um, I mean, intrinsically linked, but I mean, like, I might have been in college when I was in elementary. You know what I mean? And so, okay, let's just make sure we're doing this. What was I talking about? This is why it's like I'm getting punched in the face. It's hard to remember anything. I can understand why my mom's having cognitive issues because this is going on with like me, my dad, and my mom. If they are, and if they aren't my kids. So, and if they're my kids, well, okay, with my dad and my mom, you get what I'm saying. At this point, I'm just like, I don't want to have to change everything up. It's the same thing with X. Like, I'm not getting on another thing because you guys want to all go to another system. It's just like then what happens? When that system gets picked up. How about you just give me control? That's what I'm saying. Okay, give me the spaceship because it's mine anyway. Clearly, that's what I'm even saying. It's mine. I remember when the Buddhists took a bunch of power, way too much power, way more than they should have. I was at Rice Elementary, and like you're like, well, that time thing didn't work out. I mean, I don't think if I'm doing lightning stuff, you aren't going to question how this world actually works because it doesn't work how you actually think. When I say this world, well, I think the physical world that we're in, but the more spiritual world that actually controls like the concepts behind the physical. Like there's a higher idea. Like if you have an idea in your head, it's not a physical thing until you make it, right? Okay, well, there's a spiritual world, and you want the spiritual world to be the perfect heavenly one, and then it imprint into the world that we live in, so that that spiritual world looks like this. But right now, I think it's going the other way, and so the heavenly world looks like it's being ruled by Satan because this world is, and essentially they're able to steal the spaceship. Let's just pretend that's what's going on. They're able to get their way up into the heavenly places and off the earth and like control the universe if we don't actually take action to deal with their rape mecha thing or whatever the fuck is going on. And I don't have one. I just have a well, maybe. What is this? Hold on. I mean, I'm saying a mecha thing. Calm down. But not the Islamic one. Mine is more like, I mean, you should come with us because we're gonna have fun. But like, this place has to be dealt with, and so um, we're gonna deal with it. Look, we were in the abyss. I told you this was like literally 7 years ago. We're getting out of the abyss. This is 4 years ago because I had to put it up because the abyss was so strong. I had to take it down for a bit because they were literally shadow banning me out of reality and threatening me with like violence. And so okay, I mean, threatening me with throwing me in jail, and they did it. So I just like okay, I'll let me be a little more turtle kamehameha about this, and go slow. So got the Empress Gundam, and like I think something tried to take it over, and maybe it was connected to Olivia Munn and Buddhism, or maybe not. Maybe she's helping me. I don't know. Are we? You want to come do butt stuff on my OnlyFans? Olivia Munn said that it's not cheating if it's in the ass. So I mean, she said it. I have the clips.
Damn kids. Those damn kids. You damn kids, will you come over here with your one of my favorite guests of all time ever.
Have I been? Well, I guess really nothing that was on the screen particularly mattered that much, other than yeah, nothing with this. Other than Pokimane, just enjoy Pokimane. We can do this too, Pokimane. Come on. I mean, it's definitely not cheating because I think you're my daughter and probably just a cuck toy for me to cuck boys, and you love it. Is that right? That sounds fun. Let's play Counter Strike together. Add me on Steam. Right? I have Steam. Look, this is my this is my thing. Add me. I want to play with Pokimane. Let Pokimane get through to my thing here, or whatever is going on. I want Pokimane, and I want to fuck her in the ass on camera and put it on my OnlyFans. We could do it here, but I'd rather have my own house, and so why can't we? Why can't I? Is there some reason? Like I've been really reasonable. That's the other thing too. So all right, let's play Counter Strike. Look, I'm an A1 coach according to Not Miz. According to Bot Miz, A1.
Damn kids. You damn kids, will you come over here with your one of my favorite guests of all time ever in the history of this show, the lovely Olivia Munn, everybody. It is so good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever.
It feels like forever. Every minute apart feels like forever.
Well, you know, it tears me apart when you're not here, because when you come out and you wear exactly the same clothes as you had on last time.
No, this is actually, it's more of an ivory. The other one was more of a gray.
Oh. Do you enjoy the song Ebony and Ivory?
Actually, I don't really.
Oh.
I think it was overplayed. I really don't.
Oh, we can't be friends anymore.
What?
No,
Wait,
I'm
you love
kidding.
it that much?
No, I liked it a little bit. I like the, you know, piano, keyboard,
Name another
Lord. Huh?
I like that song. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
I don't think I know that song. I thought we knew each other. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's all
Wait,
right.
do you know boom, 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 boom? Tell me what you gonna do when there ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you. Let's all give it up for Wally. Easy sees Uncle Charlie. Little Boosie Cuz. You know when you mentioned...
No. I got one. Zimbamboo, Zamalamala-boo, there's freedom in Jesus Christ. Do you know that one?
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above.
All right, here's one. This is one that I grew up with going to school in Scotland, right? In the bleak midwinter. They made us sing that, and then they beat us and made us work up chimneys.
When I was in a military family, so when...
You were in a military family?
My ex-stepfather was Air Force, and yes. And we lived in Utah once, and in kindergarten, my teacher, every day we had to sing the Utah anthem, but then also we had to follow that up with I believe the children are our future.
Teach them well and they will find the will. Your won't be left to possess inside. Yes! Give them a sense of pride.
I love that you went gospel on me.
Oh, yeah, when it's time to testify, I don't hold back, I tell you.
You gave it back to the maker.
How have you been?
I've been really great. You know, you were talking about Will Shatner. Unfortunately, you're right, couldn't be here.
Yeah.
You know, the first time I ever met William Shatner, you know what he said to me? He said, he's like, hi, nice to meet you. And then he turned to my friend and he goes, you know, if she were an escort, she'd be an expensive one. Yeah.
You know,
Speaking of Star Trek, I'm sure that there are some people that are like Q that are using some kind of like powerful technology to like, you know, do what Q does in that, and it's like I think that's just some Buddhists like stealing some of the power of Yahweh, and like it's about to end badly for them. All right, let's get to the part where she talks about how being fucked in the ass is not cheating, just so you understand what Olivia Munn is up to and her thought processes. Or, I mean, maybe she might want to come and do that, right? I mean, if she's into it, I mean, Pokemon?
I had a very similar...
This is going to be a Pokemon joke, actually, because, like, actually, that's where this goes. And so I'm using some, like, a Master Ball or something. Or like a, you know, one of the really good Pokeballs on Olivia Munn. I think she tried to Buddhist palm me, but I just Pokeballed her. Yeah, that actually happened. That's what's going on.
thought about you when I first met.
Like, it's like, I think I'm in like my harem, and I'm like hunting down the women that are participating and harassing me and causing me problems from it, and like I'm catching them in like Pokeballs, and then I can bring them back home and like you know, put them on my OnlyFans or Only Harems or whatever, you know what I mean? Sounds like a fun game to me, and then I can build it up and, you know, build up an arsenal of Pokemon like women that like to cuck men, and you know. And my whole point is, well, I think something's already doing this, and it's like really not actually that pleasant. Like they do a gotcha moment type thing in the end, where they come and get you like they like do some kind of thing, and they're like, oh, you just got the gamed or something, and it's like, okay, well, that doesn't really work on me. So like, I think y'all just got the gamed, and it ends with, you know, I guess being. And then you get a, oh, well, that's not a good one. And then you get like a, and then wait, let's, and then you get like a, actually, wait. All right. And so, okay, let's get to that part, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that, but I'm just having fun. So let's keep doing that.
I thought if she were an escort, I can't afford her, I thought.
I chose to take it as a compliment.
It is a great compliment. It's the highest compliment Shatner can give. It's the #1 Shatner compliment. He loves things. Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Is Will Shatner into prostitutes, or, you know, something going on with Will Shatner or something, or is this just a joke? That could just be a joke. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at everybody as like, oh, it could be evil. I mean, I guess that's how I've been looking at everything for a while. It's been like, what the fuck? But maybe that's, I don't, you know. I guess we'll see what happens.
What's the perfume you're wearing?
It's a 2 sprays that I put together, and I actually don't tell people what it is.
Okay.
But it's a flower and it's a fruit, and I put them together.
It's an intoxication which leaves me breathless, is what it is.
If you were to describe it, how would you describe it? I always ask people.
If it was, I would think, if I smelled that, I'd go, if that smell is on a prostitute, it would be an expensive prostitute. No, it's a very nice smell. You know what it is? It's kind of, oh God, it's It's probably best if I move on to a different area.
But you're here in LA. Do you like LA more than New
What? Sorry, I
York?
drifted there for a bit. What'd you say?
But you're here in LA. Do you like LA more than New York now?
No, I'm kind of, this is, it's chicken and fish. It's apples and pears. It's, sex with men or sex with ladies. It's, I'm European originally.
Well, then, I guess it's okay.
No, I don't.
It's not cheating if it's in the.
Tutsi frutti.
So, Olivia, aren't you in a relationship? Well, does it really matter? Because that's, I just would like that. That's all I want. All I want, not really, but I'm just making a point. So you should come do that, and we can put it on my OnlyFans, and we could not be, fighting. Else, I guess I beat Jezebel here, and you're Jezebel, or someone's Jezebel. But in any instance, would you guys come do harem stuff already or something? Like, what do I gotta like? It's your choice, but also at the same time, you're being such a problem now. I'm just gonna like someone's about to get struck down, and like you're gonna deserve it. You deserve it. Whoever it is, you deserve it. Also, look at the disco ball. Look, there's a disco ball. Probably from the DJing stuff. I would look. I will if we do this. I will Olivia Munn right here. Spread it and everything. You can see everything. So, um, you know, like that. Is that the game thing? Getting gamed? It's like the girl you like most, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, hey, I'm a guy and I love Pokimane, and she's such a good girl, and then all of a sudden, it's Matt and Pokimane, and Pokimane's just there, and her butthole spread open, and Matt's spreading her butthole open and licking it, and you're just like, and someone tried to do that to me with Stephanie Houston, and I made a whole thing about it. So I feel like if anybody has a problem with me saying or doing this, someone actually has to deal with the Stephanie Houston thing. And you're like, oh, well, you only said that a couple years ago. It looks like you've been doing this for a long time. Well, I mean, if I've been doing it for as long as, if it goes back all the way as far as, the Jesus thing, well, then I think that there's no problem for me because I think I get to be the dude. Give me a moment. I'm going to put some socks on. It's chilly. Is Rayfield the dude? Because I was about to say it's chili and no beans. But yeah, it is. So, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Notice how we still haven't done any mix stuff yet, but I'm still naming this the mix thing. So you're gonna watch through all this, and then you get to the mix thing, which is the important. Well, this is all important, but the mix thing is like that was actually what I already planned on recording today, and then I'm gonna start doing the next part, but it's just going so slow at this point. I actually don't know. Like, I think it could take another at least 5 months. I'm not even kidding. So I'm like, if, and then 5 months from now, it could take another 3 months or something. And then those 3 months are over. It takes another month. And it's just like, I don't, like, I just need some support in a way that I'm asking for, where I can just be like, I need this, and then it happens. And so I don't have to sit here and like slow down and like I'm sitting in like a moment of like disorganization or something. I just want to get and go and do. But I don't want to go too fast and miss my way, but I don't want to go so slow that I'm like lagging. Um okay, so you go to YoTV, right? And I mean like literally the first video on the thing is the Stephanie Houston thing. August 26th, 2018. Yo TV. I'm sure it was really loud. Here, let's even do this one more time.
I'm European originally.
Well, then, I guess it's okay.
No, I don't.
It's not cheating if it's in the.
Tutsi fruzzi.
So, August 27th, 2018. Wait. August 26th. So that means tomorrow is exactly 2,520 days or 7. How many days is 7 years? 2,556. So 2,520 is just short of like a little under a month. And so Stephanie Houston, yeah. I can also see the downtown screen is glitching now. It started doing that after the biolab thing. um, okay, or the breeding lab, whatever, Dark Angel breeding lab. Um, Probably because whatever was exerting over downtown Houston and the city using Q power, like the thing from Star Trek, something like the Q power. It's like even in my Bible, the Jerusalem Bible, it says the synagogue of Satan, and then it says Q. So I'm assuming some kind of thing has given them the ability to exert over Houston. Probably has something to do with Vietnam and something to do with the Vietnam War and Rayfield and stuff. But um, this is probably where we deal with it because he got malaria while he was there, and some of the things connected to that are the symptoms feel like a freezing cold. And I've been talking about like there's a sub zero and a scorpion, and like I think my left hand is the sub zero thing, and my right hand is the scorpion one. So the ice and the fire. Now I could be have that backwards or just be wrong, but it does feel something like that. Also, doesn't this seem doesn't this all seem like it's just going together? Right? Yep. Oh, hold on. That's way too loud. Sorry. This is why I need a better setup because like this is just too. It takes me too long to adjust stuff. Like um, and like I have a great setup. I don't hate it for what I'm doing. But if you want me to be do a double LP, blah blah blah, do this, that, the other, do these mixes, do this, that, or even just if you want me at this point to do the mixes that I do, I need more. I need to expand, and like it's physically hurting me at this point to an extreme that I can't. Yeah, that's you saw the thing that's going on the Hot Yoga Houston lawsuit thing that I said, where it's like it's not that I want to sue them, it's that I feel like I'm hitting a wall, and this is one way to tear it down because it is hurting me, and they should know based on like Eastern, like the Buddhists can't lie about this, but they are. So that's why it's become satanic because they know what's going on. Same thing with the fucking Hindus and whatever. Actually, I think the Hindus might be helping me more than the Buddhists are, but that's a different story. But because the Monkey King and the cow thing, and I think Turkey's helping me because the cat thing. But okay. Yo. 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 This is Stephanie Yostin or Stephanie Justin or Stephanie Houston. She is an actress who plays Quiet in Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom. Also, notice how my voice is like completely different. It's almost like I have a voice changer or something. Am I Batman? Campaign, and she's been active for several years recently. I bring her up because I am freezing cold right now. Like, actually, my hands are freeze. This is you can talk to my mom about this or Cheryl, whatever. Freezing. I freeze. Um, and like even that's look. We'll look at the Stephanie Houston thing here in a moment. I'm gonna actually hold on. Bigger. We're gonna keep with that concept. I literally stressed down on the word freezing, so we're gonna go to Stephanie Houston. Okay, we're going to the Stephanie Houston thing, and we go here. We go to Stephanie Houston, and we go to the Sub-Zero part and the dragon part where I cut down the dragon, or I take some kind of sword or something, and I, Mortal Kombat fatality Satan because he's just a bitch. And and like, let's see, wait. Where's the one that I was gonna? Oh, the ice cold thing. Basically, it's like, you know, look, she even did like Stephanie did like fairy pictures and stuff, and so it kind of goes with the art she's already done. Yeah, like this. It looks. This is exactly. This even looks like the fairy art thing that she did. Right? Maybe I can pull that up. Or here. It's probably on her Insta. Also, I'm pretty sure Stephanie Houston's also my daughter. Which it's hilarious. I mean, I do think that's pretty funny, and I do think it's. I look. I make the milk. I joined a thing today. I joined a thing today that was like, um, I'm gonna show you. I joined the Winter Soldiers, or I activated one of the two. But, hold on. You're in the Winter Soldiers community now, and the milk speech. Hold on, and like, you guys understand, right? Like, I am the milk, right? You guys get that, right? Like, I'm the milk. I make the milk. You want to talk about a sacred cow? I make the milk. Okay. I don't know if my family knows, but I've been doing this a long time. Got milk? I think they know at this point. uh, hey, look, it's my daughter, and she's a fairy lady. And look, I'm using her to make art, or something's happening, so I'm just going with it. We got to go back though, because I think there's more pictures of it. Here we go. I mean, it is literally, it's like the art direction, right? Who's doing this? Who's the one that's doing this? You know what I mean? Like who's creative mojo juices is going? Who's the mojo jojo? Who's the monkey? Who the monkey? Probably her at this point. She thinks she's in the elf harem, but she's a monkey. I'm not even kidding. That's funny. That was also Alessandra. So, um, but yeah. But we get to be in, you know, we get to play with them once this is all done. So why don't we finish it? That's probably why it ends now, because probably Stephanie's like, oh, elf harem. Like, look how excited she looks. That's probably what this is. So, else she's Jezebel, and then okay, bye, and we're going to the elf harem, and you're not coming. So it's one or the other. Um, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. You can hear it. You guys know. So, milk speech, right? Proud milkman. My dad's been saying that the milk is good recently, so I'm assuming I should send him this account because I think I'm the milk plug. I actually am the milk plug. This is probably my daughter too, and if it is, I'd like to put her on my OnlyFans. Let's go to a rave. Look, she's got a rave thing. I'll take her to a rave. Um, I don't know, Finder, internet, Finder, whoever this is, Finder. Um, the girl in the bright green dress or whatever that is. So, also this one was pretty crazy. Probably my daughter as well. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Well, I think I'm just a bit distracted. Hold on. um, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna say I do think I am actually the milk plug. Like I believe I am the sacred cow of the milk. Um, probably actually, actually, like legitimately, I think Stephanie Houston is a white black woman if she's my daughter, which is pretty cool, right? Which I think there's a lot of those secretly, or not so secretly now, I guess, or whatever. But I mean, she's my daughter, right? She looks like she probably is, which is cool. It's cool. That's why I saw her and I was like, oh, hey, I like that. And then because it's me, is it? I guess we'll find out. Is it me? Got a kind of a pointier nose, but does she? I don't even know what my own features look like. That's what I'm real. That's what I'm realizing. I don't have blue eyes though, but okay. Well, cool. Uh, also, are we fighting like it's a Star Wars thing? Am I just playing with my daughters? Probably. Okay. What am I trying to? What did I come here for? The fairy stuff, the freezing stuff. Yeah, but that was already a distraction. So I'm happy to show that milkman stuff. But let's move on. Okay. So this is what I thought was going on, but maybe it's just Superman hair messing with me, or Monkey Daughter's messing with me, or something, or maybe it really is like the rebellion from Revelation. I mean, that's probably what it is. So I'm just gonna, um, you know, keep doing my thing. But I think I'm good. Uh, I don't believe the rebellion is me. I think they created the Monkey King story to call me a monkey, Matthew Ray Wilkins, to call me a monkey, and make me feel like I don't know, less of a person. But then it ends up being like, well, whatever the system is about to get rid of all the people that act like that. I think I'll be good as just like, oh, you're calling me a monkey. Well, I believe in Jesus and Yahweh, and I don't think I'm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care what you think. And it looks like the computer's about to call you a snake and then kill you. So I'm like, I'm not worried. I'm just like, I'm gonna press forward and say my piece and like point out what I think is going on. And you know, I don't think I'm I don't think I'm the problem. Because also, like with Pokimane, right? Here's one thing that I want to say. Is this pulled up across both? Okay, yeah, perfect. Um, like with this, I'd like to do this with Stephanie Houston. I think I've been saying that for a while, but or not forever, but I have been saying that at least for like seven, I think for a couple years. And just I've also just been saying, well, actually 7 years. Yeah, I have been saying it for 7 years. Just come, and then like we would have done this already probably or something. So yeah, I guess I'd like to do this with Stephanie, and not even I guess I'd just like to do this with Stephanie, and immediately, you know. Oh, and this is where I think I catch him, right? Ash catch him, and I don't just use slam, right? I slam. That's what Islam is. It's the same goddamn move over and over and over again. And like is it just Allison Payton? Am I just playing Allison Payton and it's just like I'm playing my neighbor and she just keeps using slam because it's the only fucking move that she knows and like she hasn't learned and like maybe she's a water type or something and she's about to get hit by a Pikachu electrical bolt or maybe I'm a Raichu at this point. uh that just means bigger lightning bolts. So um and see that's funny because even right. I know that Allison went to Maastricht or something or the Netherlands and like, hey, look, Stephanie Houston is from there. Wow, I have a daughter who's from there. Cool, I think. I mean, it's cool if she is. It looks like it, but I mean, does it? Um, but like, and she's like, you know, looks like all the places that I was like, why is Allison going all these places that would have been relevant to Stephanie? And like, maybe that's why. I have a really hot monkey daughter. Oh, that looks more like me. Okay. I have a really hot monkey daughter that has great looking quads and just like really milky. This is why Milkman, right? I'm not even kidding. Like, look at her. She's like literally translucent. You want to talk about milk, right? Crazy. Look at there's a ship on fire. And like Dua Lipa's some good milk too. I mean, I make good milk, right? I mean, what, you think that's like look, it's like patented. My butt's patented, I think. I don't know if it's patented. It looks like it. It looks like she has my butt and my face. um yes, this thing. Um uh and like she's eating a starfish here. I think we have very similar interests. Very similar interests. Um, she likes reading books. I like reading books. She likes eating starfish. I like eating starfish. Um, she likes watermelon eating also with the starfish, and I also like the starfish and the watermelon eating together. Um, uh, oh, do I? What are these noises? I have a feeling like Pokemon's fans are gonna be making those kind of noises after watching what we're doing. Maybe Dua Lipa can join us. Maybe that could be like just have weird like what are Pokemon and Dua Lipa doing together on Matt's OnlyFans? What are and is Dua Lipa eating Pokemon's starfish? Oh my god, it's hot. Yeah, I want to watch. Okay. Right? Okay. Yeah. So, or like back, or like, Pokemon. I'm sure Dua Lipa has a nice starfish. And check this out. If she comes here and the perfect cowgirl comes to the city and rides the bull, Toro, I think I'm the mascot, maybe. Or, maybe that's a joke also. But I'm gonna come say hi to Dad. And what was that thing that I was saying? Before that. Starfish? No. I don't know. I've already lost it. Um but yeah. Come on. Alright, wait. I actually do like Stephanie's quads. Also, is Henry Cavill one of my sons? And that's so it's like the Superman thing is like, did they try to figure out how he was doing something, and it's like you look more into his reality, and it's like, wait, what the flip is this place or something? I don't know. Um, it's like he looks completely different. You scan his DNA, you hit my reality, and you're like, what in the flip? Something like that. Or was he trying to be Superman and then like he's like that guy's not Superman? And it's like, oh wait, whoa, what? Oh no, did that happen or no? People already knew. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. So, um, mostly it's the leg thing. Batman and Superman looked into it and they were like, oh, this is weird. Okay, well, cool. I want to go to Miami. My parents would get that joke. All right, well, I'm gonna move on. Also for the milk thing, I just want to make a point. It does say no self promotion in the Winter Soldiers thing. I literally think you're promoting me, so I'm gonna promote me. And then here's Maggie Moon. You might like this milk. It is Japanese Canadian flavored. Those aren't real flavors actually, because I think the Canadian part is just me. Probably the Japanese part too, but uh, or something. We'll figure it out. Or I will. But all right. So here maybe the mixes are just me showing off the milk that I'm making, and then you're gonna see this on my OnlyFans. So Simi Hayes, yeah, okay, cool. And probably not my family, but they're gonna be watching probably. And I don't think anybody's not gonna be watching. Just FYI, I think we're about to enter a weird world, and all right. Um, we're probably already there. Probably this is the whole lag thing, except it's my right leg that I'm having to pull, and it's super heavy because it's attached to whatever people that I'm having to drag along with me, which seems to be everybody. So, look, just for the milk people, I think that this would be some nice milk. I'd like to make this milk on camera soon, in, Tuesday evening or something. I'd like immediately. But like I think Maggie would do great on the milk thing. Maybe not as big of a butt, but definitely milk. This isn't big butts. This is big milks, okay? Right? She's super milky. She's like as milky as you get. Look, moon white, literally moon white. All right. So there you go. Look, and like rabbit stuff. We're doing rabbit stuff. So oh, oopsie, whoopsie. You couldn't see. Look, moon white, rabbit stuff. Japan mask, rabbit mask. But I do like I mean I don't hate this milk. This is actually the Winter Soldiers thing. So it's still she's like as wintery as you could I mean she's very wintery. Same thing with Stephanie Houston. That's probably why Stephanie Houston is ice dancing and um you know the whole ice theme. She's like they're literally as well, this girl's getting close. This girl's kind of getting she's like pushing, you know what I mean? And also whoa, but like she's getting pretty light there. But I mean Stephanie Houston is like and Maggie Moon. I mean they're like translucent. Same thing with I mean when you look at me, I'm super white. Um, but probably also literally Blade. So there you go. It's funny like that. Okay, well let's move off. I clearly am getting stuck. Maybe this is the black hole. It's just the milk hole, and it's like, well, I had to fill the milk hole with as much milk as I could so that we could get out of the milk hole. Because if I fill it with enough milk, it'll fill, and then it won't be it won't be a black hole. It'll be a milk hole, and you know, hopefully Maggie likes the milk hole and Pokimane and Stephanie Justin, and like preferably Alessandra Ambrosio and someone else's Jezebel. I'm really hoping Jezebel's someone I like. I'm just gonna laugh so hard. I mean, it's like I'm literally just gonna cry laughing. People are gonna be laughing with me. We're gonna be laughing so hard. Like I, okay, I'm just gonna keep going. So, give me a moment here, cause all right, I'm gonna reset. We're going back to first of all, we're going back to this. Look at this. Wow, it's really pumping out now. Um, so okay, I'm gonna say this, and then so Matt. Lol. Yeah, I forgot the lol. Um, well, she's such a cutie, like good girl looking girl too. That's why I love this because she's like, I think the whole point is that we're not gonna be on camera and it's gonna be wild. And probably other streamers like Valkyrie and you know. Oh, hey. Yeah, exactly. Are they my daughters? Hmm. You want to be on my OnlyFans? Are you my daughter? Hopefully. All right. Well, let's I don't know if something's trying to like extinguish my fire, but it's like hard to extinguish like a volcano, you know what I mean? Like I think they're trying. They thought I was dormant for a bit, but like no, it doesn't look like it, does it? And so like I don't think just FYI if someone's trying to extinguish me or something, I ain't worried about it. Uh she looks familiar. Hmm. Certainly looks like she could be my daughter. Maybe with someone locally here. Maybe. Or I don't know. I get on my toes and figure this one out. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Hey look. It's Storm. It's funny because I'm actually Storm. I think I'm the whole X-Men. We just had to do something for a bit, but then it's just gonna be me. It's just gonna be me. Uh I think it's just gonna be us, and we're gonna be having fun. But hopefully, we do that soon. So you want to do that, you, me, and Pokimane, and we'll figure stuff out. I mean, we'll make it fun and design something super fun. Maybe you guys are already doing that. You guys are probably already putting like a care package together for me. Hopefully, it starts Tuesday evening because that's that's what Mom said. But we'll see. So and then hopefully like there's a very obvious like locking in place in my leg or something and then there's an earthquake or something. That would be great. But in any instance, it's crazy that I was looking at these people for so long, and I'm like just starting to notice that they look exactly like me, or at least enough like me that where it's like, how the fuck did I not notice this actually? Probably because everybody looking like that means like there's so little variance in people that it's hard to, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at a lot of myself. I only notice the differences, um, which is hot. I mean, she looks a lot like me. I don't know. Are you? I guess we're gonna find out soon, huh? I think so. We got some Moroccan stuff going on here in Houston. Like, okay, look, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is like, it's fine. You guys can do that. I think Pokimane and I are fine with you doing that and watching. In fact, I think Pokimane prefers it. Yep, that's my nose. Well, can you get over here already? Well, I already liked this one quite a while ago, but I mean, it looks like my nose. Looks a lot like my nose. Again, how did I not know? Oh, is there a cherry thing that she's wearing? Is she a virgin? Do I get to take your virginity on camera? That's cool. That is a nice care package. Thank you. All right, we should move on to the music stuff because it's a little bit distracting now. Uh, oh, breathing a little heavy. Ooh. Ooh. Give me a moment. Oh, oh, oh. See, this is what I mean. I gotta stretch after this stuff. It's like something is like trying to contract me down. I guess I gotta fight it and beat it or something. But please stop. I've already won, and this is hurting. Um, and look, I'm just a cat. I'm just a little cat that can do earthquake stuff. So don't fuck around too much. But if I look like Beerus or something, they did it. I didn't do it. um, and I don't think I'm a monkey man. I do believe just Jesus and Yahweh. Like I think the point isn't that we're monkeys. It's that like I believe in Jesus and Yahweh. That we have the seal of Jesus and Yahweh on our head, not you know monkey. Jesus is Yahweh. So I'm saying Jesus so that you understand the character from the New Testament. And then the way I believe it looks is that it's just me. That's what it should look like probably. And then like you get it right. Like I am Matthew Ray Wilkins, but this is the gift that Jesus has given me. And I gladly accept. I've been taught don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And I think we're going to do a deadly horse ritual with Stephanie Justin and some of these girls. And I think I'm the horse. Oh, look, she has my hair too. I mean, okay, I get it. Or it looks like she has my hair, probably. Look, she even touched her head and like is pointing to her hair. This is how I communicate with them. It looks like. If you add an L, does it become a cult? Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Look, Eid Mubarak. She's a Muslim, a secret communist rape mecca person, maybe, but maybe not really. Maybe she's like, helping me. I guess we're gonna figure out. Maybe she has a baby inside her, and this is burning it alive or something. I don't know. Or someone has a baby, or maybe I'm gonna put one in. Or I guess we'll figure it out. I'll say this: I don't think I'm the one feeling bad about Pokimane, and that's really obvious. I think Pokimane can see that. That's probably why I get to be the dude, right? That's probably why I'm dead. I was probably already dead before that. This is just like the game that I'm playing with my daughters, and this is fun for them, hopefully. And they're like, "Oh, you're a snake," but really, they're all the next. They're all snaky, and or are they? I don't know. Someone's being that, not me. I don't think, or maybe I am. But didn't Jesus say to do something like that? And Matthew? 10? Is this milk enough? I think she's milk enough. She looks milk enough. I'll show you everything to see if she's milk enough for you. How does that sound? I can be the milk inspector. Right? Inspect the milk. I don't know. This could mean something. Could mean plugged in both holes or something, or power up, bottom, top, bottom, plugged in, top, bottom. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. Oh, maybe I have top, bottom, or I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. I do like the cute girls that are like kind of like, nerdy and, what am I trying to say? Innocent, but not really, but kind of. But yeah, they are. I mean, is she a virgin? Is she just a virgin for me? But she's a really good girl, but actually really naughty. Ooh, I mean, this is just like I clearly want to go down this path and just keep looking. Um, and I mean, I am just looking at like myself in the mirror, I guess. If I'm coming along with myself in the mirror. But if not, okay, well, but it looks like I'm looking at myself in the mirror, kind of, right? I think. I don't know. Do I have a thing in my eye and I gotta pull it out? Well, I'm trying to. You wanna help me pull it out, Pokemon? Or put it in, or pull it out, or pull it in, or get in and out here into Houston? You wanna help me with that? Would Alexander Wang, would that make sense to my family? If I, would that fashion brand name, would that make sense to my family? The family that you know, the one here and in Oklahoma. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at Pokemon here. But actually, this is what I'm gonna do. This is why I pulled up Pokemon. This is what. This is what. So, I'm praying to Jesus slash Yahweh and manifesting that starting immediately and right now, my reality is that I'm playing Pokemon with my harem girls, girl A. I changed it to girl A and Anne and Git. Girls, my harem girls. I'm playing Pokemon with my harem girls who are my real biological daughters, like Pokimane, who I am using a Master Ball on, and I exclusively own, fuck, dominate, impregnate, and breed Pokimane very publicly to cuck. And then the AI changed it to get her simp fans, and which makes Emaine come so fucking hard on camera because Emaine loves dominating her cucked simp fans, and I am perfect for doing that. I'm kind of reading it robotically, but I'm just trying to get through this quickly because otherwise I would probably be like too sensual. I am on, Ja. I am literally Emaine's, plus I'm literally Maine's. I'm perfect for doing that, plus I'm literally Emaine's biological father, who she's obsessed with, and Emaine is ready to start playing Steam with me today, ASAP, or ASAP. I put an extra S to make it ass, because I like ass, and I want to play with Pokemon's ass. How about this? What if I showed her butthole off and stuff, and did butt stuff with her first, before, um, taking her virginity. I offered that to someone else, but she didn't come yet, even though she's a dog or one of my dogs or my favorite dog or something. I can't tell yet. Maybe she's not going to be there. I can't tell. So I'd like to do this. And Pokemon's offering, right? Is that, it looks like it. So, or maybe she's not, and maybe she's one of these secret Muslim rape mecha things. So we're gonna find out which one it is, and if it's not the one that I like, well then we get rid of it, and if it's the one that I like, we don't. And or I do, or don't, or whatever. And I'm also gonna say this, like, to her fans. My point is, like, look, I can make more Pokemanes or like Pokemane like things, and um or people, you know what I mean? So if you're like to the men who are all, you know, my kids at this point, my sons, and to my daughters, it's like, can we not worry about the sex stuff? Like, I think we can figure out the male problem without fighting over the resources. You know what I mean? And every man can have his own thing, and we can do all sorts of weird, fun stuff. But we can't have a snake system where the men use sex, or the men and women use sex to hurt each other physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. It's like really toxic and harmful, and it's hurting me. But a lot of things are hurting me, but they're all just piling up, and so I'm trying to undo as much of it as I can. And I think once I get enough power, I won't like. I think the iron rod thing is I've got enough power that in like monkey land, I got it. You know what I mean? I'm locked in. Probably my right leg means I'm locked in, and then we get like some, you know, I don't know. Well, we'll see. But we're definitely going down that path. And the thing in Revelation where the angel has his left foot on the land and his right foot in the sea, and it feels like I'm about to have my right foot. So we'll see what happens. Because I think those are symbolic of certain realities. But yeah, I want to do this. And so like, hey, Pokimane or Stephanie Justin. Maybe Pokimane is evil, and like Stephanie Justin is like the actual quiet who comes in and helps me. Or maybe it's the other way around, and Stephanie Justin was evil and was and like cast into something, and she thought she was playing a trick on me, and that's why she came and did. That's why when she did the whole hostage X thing and whatever she was doing and went through New Orleans and tried to make me feel uncomfortable, she was actually being mean to me or something. I don't know. It could be something like that. But best case scenario, they're both my daughters, and I do stuff with both of them on camera, probably together. So let's do that. I want that one. I want that, and like Jezebel, I want to not be. I don't want to like Jezebel. I want to laugh when Jezebel dies. Not. I don't. You know, if Alessandra and Anja died, I'd be like, fuck. Like, damn. You know what I mean? She really was Jezebel, or whatever that situation is. But I don't want that. Actually, I would rather, um, I just have a super harem, and they're actually going to come, and something they haven't been preventing it, something or someone, and that person's going away, and we get to go to the kingdom of heaven immediately. And that's part of what this manifestation is for me, that like I just get to enjoy stuff as we go towards that, because I've already done my part, the hard part. I've been in jail, I've been all done all sorts of stuff, I've been fighting, I've like my body is feels like it's I've just gone through the ringer. It's like my body is literally like it hurts. And at this like when I you could see in the video at the Hot Yoga Houston lawsuit video where I'm like, I'm just looking for acknowledgement that something's going on. I really don't need to like I need people to acknowledge that something's going on with me and that I'm disabled and that I need help, and that help is if they're Eastern people that say they believe in these Eastern things, that clearly the Eastern people know what's going on, and I can point out that they know what's going on and it's in their stuff, then they can't lie. And so the like Hot Yoga Houston people, they're either gonna have to help me or they're just obviously in the face of it liars, and they you know what I mean? They're like helping some satanic deity, because what I'm saying isn't anti anything that they say, it's just whatever deity was controlling the thing, it doesn't work that they are being controlled by that deity. You know what I mean? Like, it's cute that something wants to assert that it's older than Jesus, but you're not older than Yahweh. You know what I mean? um so okay, just want to make that really obvious. The Ancient of Days is beyond what you can imagine. We're in a thing, and you don't get out of it if you're actively contending and contesting against Jesus and Yahweh. So, like, you have no clue. I at least get out of it at some point. You know what I mean? And so that reality, you can't even see that in my head. That's like the Holy of Holies. You know what I mean? You don't get to see what this place is after whatever to the people who've been doing evil. To Pokimane, I think you're probably one of my daughters. I hope you're there with me. I hope you're here with me immediately. I'd love to see you soon. I mean, you seem like a great daughter. And same thing with Stephanie Justin, and same thing with Alessandra Brojo, and same like a lot of these women. I'm just like I love these women. They seem like my daughters. I think they're being nice to me. They're acknowledging something's happening. I'm really hurting. I wish they would come see me and or in the least that I could just be like, hey, I want to see you, and then they come, or whatever. Like I just want to be able to plan things and say I want, and then they come, and especially if they're attached to me already, clearly, and I want to plan fun stuff and make fun videos, and we can, like, all the attention will be, the Morning Star. That's the idea of the fourth church overcoming the Monkey King thing. Is like I get the Iron Rod and the Morning Star, and that means like I can, the Morning Star is probably I'm the biggest star in the world. So Pokimane is like you get to cuck your fans with like the biggest star in the world who's your dad, who's also like a gamer, who's like, has come up with this whole thing where it looks like, I'm not the snake, but I look more, I'm like Venom Solid Snake. I look more like that. I'm just playing a video game. It looks like we're in this is main character energy and I'm your dad and you want me type stuff, and like and yeah. Hi. um I like your toes. I want you guys, like you're welcome. I don't want you to do this, but you're welcome to like show off your feet, and I'll be like your feet are great and stuff. But then when other men say that, just be like fucking weirdos. And then, but then when I say it, like, oh thanks, Dad, or something, you can do that. Can I do that? You want to do that? I can do probably anything, right? But that'd be fun. Um, uh, this is really fun, actually. I mean, I'm having fun. It's like this method of talking is fun, but at the same time, I'd like to just, you know, spread Pokemon's butthole and go to town really rough and hear her just like screaming and making noises that like her fans are like, look, they will never see her naked anywhere else. And like, it's going to be really difficult to watch, but they're going to do it because they want to see Pokemon naked. And so I guess that's when I win the game or something, or I get at least some version of this. Even if I don't get this one, and like someone's taking my daughter harem from me, and that's what this is, I get something better. I get like a double daughter harem and like an elf harem in the daughter harem and like a super elf. Like I get infinite. It just gets better for me into eternity, and it gets worse for them into eternity. And I love Jesus and I love Yahweh. And this is why. This is like how this is what war has become to me. Is like using hot babes to cuck men or something like that. I don't know. That's what they tried to do to me and I just took their power from them. I think. So, and yes, Pokimane, you are a hot babe because I am a hot babe. And so you are a hot babe. And she knows it's true. She knows it. So, bring your butt, and let me spread it. Like, why don't we, like, literally just come and, like, let's take a picture of your butthole, and, like, that can be your Twitter or X thing. Do you have a Twitter X? A lot of people deleted them, so let's figure this out. And you can, like, tag me, or how about I post it and I tag you in the thing? And I was saying to do this with Stephanie Justin, but she didn't come, so if you want to come, we'll make you come if you come. Um, hmm. Yep. What if I said hi? 3 minutes now. I take my friends on a date and I make them spill the tea. Are we playing in real time now? Pokimane looks a little bit like Stephanie Jewston. I wonder why. I mean, kind of actually. I'm noticing it now. I mean, a little bit, right? Enough to where it's like, oh, hey, that's why. That's fun. My brain feels kind of good though. Um, look, let's see. Look, am I responding to myself? Yo, Matt, yeah. Mm, I mean, there's all sorts of ones. I'm gonna do the cross because of Jesus. Because if they ain't with Jesus, then this shit's all collapsing for sure. um, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Are they both cherries? That'd be great. I'd love that. So if they are, and I get to take their virginity on camera together, that'd be great. That'd be super fun. And they're both my daughters. And all sorts of fun stuff that, I mean, do I just gotta keep saying stuff? How about we just make it happen? And like, what if I post this and then do they repost it? What do they do? What happens? So why don't we figure this out? Let's see. Everyone can reply. What do I say? Do I say like I mean, I kind of want to say like now, come now. How about this? Dare. I'm daring them. Yeah, I'm daring them. How does that sound? I dare them to come be on my OnlyFans and do the thing that I just said. And then if they don't, then they got to do truth, and then I get to ask them a truth, and then they have to be truthful. Right? Isn't that how this works? Oh, actually, eh, do the lightnings. And then this one gets the TV because y'all are gonna watch, right? Everybody's gonna watch, right? Because what else are they doing? They could literally save the world. I mean, Pokimane like could literally save the world by spreading her butthole open on my camera. That's what I've been saying with a lot of these women. Like if they just came and did it. I mean, like how crazy is it that I set up a situation where that's all you have to do and like the satanic system of the world implodes on itself. Like, and that's like the good news of the Bible. Like that's the good news. In well the good news is like that's the practical application for these women that like what else are they going to be that's the practical application. The good news is that Jesus died for your sins. So I take that to heart. Clearly, if I'm not the guy on the throne with Jesus and Yahweh, and I'm not Yahweh, this is like I'm probably pretty fucked. But if I'm the overcomer, then this is exactly I'm just right up my own alley, you know. And I guess that probably if I'm in Pokimane and Valkyrie's butthole, I'm right up my own alley. So let's start. I mean, immediately. Um, Anything else? Let's see. Dare. Mm, or this is going on this. How about this? Hmm. Mm, the donut is like the greatest butthole emoji. So that's why I use it for it. And because I like donuts and because I like buttholes. I mean, not if you're being a butthole, but like I would like to open and spread and play with Pokimane and Valkyrie's buttholes. But that's I'm making that obvious. Um, mm, I don't know. I'm not trying to overthink this, but also when I have the camera on and like I'm whatever, I literally like something blanks. So like I'm just like making sure. I mean, recently something has been blanking a lot. I think it's the pressure thing that I'm talking about. Once the camera goes on, there actually is an extra physical pressure. Um, so or I can feel it because maybe even I'm generating it. So like you know what I mean? You have that own self pressure. So I'm just making sure I'm not really worried about their response at all, actually. I'm more worried about like, well, did I say the right thing for history? Like, if this is history and I'm making this video like this, did I say the right thing in front of all existence? You know what I mean? I know it's like if God, what would God say? And I'd be I like I've said as much as I can for Yahweh. I've screamed about Yahweh as much as I can. Nobody cares. This is the only thing that actually gets me attention, seemingly. So like, why wouldn't I do this? People don't care when I say Yahweh, but like, if I do this and I'm saying Yahweh, then like, okay, at least people are listening and watching. You know what I mean? So and like what I'm saying is like Pokimane, Moroccan, like she knows about Islam. She knows what I'm saying is true. Like she would absolutely know that I'm verifiably that I'm 100% telling the truth about what it says in the Quran, what it says in the Bible, all that, like everything. She would know that the Quran is a farce. So like, um, she could literally save a bunch of women's lives and like implode a fake religion, implode the fake system of government, and all that if both. I mean, both of them could do this. Valkyrie and Pokimane come and get on my OnlyFans and let me spread their buttholes, and I'll do that, and I'll stack them so you could have butthole on top of butthole, and you can see both their buttholes together. and we'll take a picture and we'll put it on. We'll tag it on. We'll take some different shots and as high resolution as we can of like the most intimate parts of both of them, and we'll put them on this thread. Okay, and we'll tag it to this thread, and the pictures will be really interesting and fun and stuff. And how about this? All right, think I think this is good. This is great. I'd love that. I'd love to do this, and I'm doing it. I mean, I can't be more like I can't be more blunt. I can't be more like. And then the women are saying like, why are men so like they don't tell you what they want and they're such pussies and stuff like this. And then when you tell them what they want, they're like, fuck you, blah 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 blah. So like okay, even if they're your daughters and like all this stuff. So um Okay. Well, and hopefully that'll be the end of the game, or whatever game that they're playing, or what that someone's playing. It'll hopefully that'll be the end of it, and we'll play a fun game like Counter Strike 2 or something, or like, or Warzone, or I don't know. We're gonna play video games. That's what I'm trying to say with them. You guys want to play video games? Can I play video games with my daughters? I mean, I can. I want to, so I'm asking them if they want to, and then if they want to, well then let's start it. And I'd like a huge Steam list of just daughters to play video games with. I would actually love that. That would be so fun. So can we do it? And daughters that I like that are like fun gamer people that people know, like Pokimane and Valkyrie and Kaide and Kiade, or whatever. I'm from Texas. Um and she might be too. I mean uh is she Olivia Munn's daughter with me? Maybe. She looks kind of like it, but maybe that's just because Olivia Munn is my daughter. That's this is always a trip every time with everyone, every time a different trip too, and it's fun. But it's also like, can we at least get to the part where my leg doesn't hurt anymore? Um. So. Okay, and yeah, I do think that Dua Lipa should be Wonder Woman. I'm just gonna reiterate that. I think that that would be cool having Dua Lipa as Wonder Woman if she is my daughter, girlfriend, wife thing. And I think Pokimane would agree. If also daughter, girlfriend, thingy, friend, person, internet person that I know, but who doesn't kind of like respond back at least within my console thing or whatever. But like maybe you're saying hi every day, maybe you're sending nudes and all sorts of stuff, and I'm just like, I can't. It just looks like you're silent to me. That's how everybody looks, pretty much, unless you don't look like that, and then you know. So if it's like some kind of thing, can we stop it? I also say this. You notice how like something's crippling me and whatever, and then you look at some of these dudes and they just look like they're juiced to the tits with like you know, like they're juiced with natural stuff that probably is something that the women are supposed to be given to me, but they're given to a bunch of men, and it's giving like literally the planet cancer. And like, we could do a lot more fun stuff, but I don't know, they don't get here and like give me what's mine or something. Um, like it'd be great if they would, you know, but okay. Well, okay, Pokimane, I love you. But I'm gonna move on here. Uh, so let's get out of that hole and move on. Or into it. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? As a group, this is a group experience. That's my point. Like, okay, I'll bring you along since you guys are already here. You guys already broke in. Okay, well, at least you can watch. So or at least you're going to watch, I think. Whether I want you to or not, because I think I'm going to be doing it, whether you want me to or not. So, Yeah. What is next? I think it's the music thing. Or no. Yeah, we're about to get to the music thing. So, ooh, it's really going. It's pumping. Um hmm. And like Gabby, who is Alessandra's friend, we'll look at that here in a second because we're gonna give you some more context as to what's going on here. I think even the color fits. Look, the color, everything fits so well. I really hope Pokimane is my daughter and all this is gonna happen, and maybe like she messages now or something like the or on Twitter or Instagram or something that would be cool. But okay, let's. What was the thing that I wanted to do? Okay, here. So this is like today's. Actually, I'll go back a little bit. I was showing this one yesterday, and so you'll just be able to see how my story and pictures developed. I think people are watching anyway, but like I'm just trying to tell you what's going on. Um, so like the Jessica Alba stuff was yesterday, you know, and I guess the cat thing. Did I show the cat here? Like the cat breaking through the wall, and then I don't know if I think I had shown this on camera. I could be wrong, but then after the video I went over to the window and there's this orange cat which sometimes comes around the neighborhood, and it was just lying there, and like just hanging out, like right on our driveway, and then it went into our neighbors, went towards our neighbors, right, and so I'm like, and then this is an orange cat too. It almost looks like the same cat bursting out. It's like, how am I doing that? It's like, is this trippy or something? Am I Goku? Might be, or I might be Spider-Man, and I'm fighting Doc Ock, right? And Doc Ock is actually Alessandra Ambrosio or something. And I just want to make milk with my daughters, and I want this to be one of my daughters. Probably, if I say that, it probably is. So like, probably Alessandra Ambrosio is also one of those situations, right? Um, Probably that's what she always wanted. Probably, you're welcome. But if that's actually the case, she probably always wanted me to say it, and then she probably wasn't gonna act like this or whatever, where she's not actually being here. But I do think I'm hitting, uh, you know, with my turtle Kamehameha wave, right? And I guess if any kind of nefarious evil bullshit's going on, you're actually getting rocked by a massive energy blast by a like being that I guess people call some form of deity, but you're about to see when the Seven Churches of Asia thing locks in, I think you are actually going to see just deity. Like Yahweh, I think it looks like it's going to be Michael the Archangel looking type thing for about 1260 days. And then it's just going to be Jesus slash Yahweh on the throne, you know? Yeah. So, if you give me a moment here. Give me a moment. I like having the window open, but I also like the air conditioner. So, if there's a nice balance that gets had in this room between the two. Um, which is the sweet spot. But I think maybe that's also what I'm trying to find in my reality. The whole lukewarm thing. It literally says like the whole "I'm gonna spit you out of my mouth" thing, and I think it's something trying to ascribe lukewarmness to me, like, or it didn't understand me and it ate me, and like, or maybe clearly the Bible had it, like it had to process a lot, and I had to process a lot, and but coming out of this, it's like I guess I proved Yahweh out, and so like I don't think he's not gonna use me. You know what I mean? Like, um, so hold on. Like this is what I was sharing, right? And so then I think I had shared up to here last night, maybe, and like let's see. When female octopuses aren't in the mood to mate, they strangle and eat the male. And then, laughing octopus, haha, Alessandra, hilarious. That's hilarious. Except she was in the mood to mate because she made it like she literally bred me without my permission, seemingly, or maybe it was my permission, or I don't know what. Like, it's not really if you're not here. At this point, I don't know. What are you doing? Are you helping me? Or are you not helping me? Can you bring your butt? Okay. Well, and then here's where I join the milk. The Winter Soldiers. Does that mean I'm Bucky? Am I Bucky? Am I Buck? Is this out why I'm Buck? Hilarious. Uh, is he a Russian guy or something? Oh, right as I hold on. Probably a gay dude, but I mean, here's the thing I've always thought. Also, is that a Bella Hadid thing? I even said earlier the thing. So we'll run with it. We'll assume it's a Bella Hadid thing. Um, like I'm happy that there's more girls for me. Though I would like my sons to like girls too. That's also my point with the Pokemon thing. By the way, I didn't get that point out. Like it may be hard, right? But someone is gonna do it if it's not you, if you're one of her fans, right? And so I think I'm probably the best person to do it. Like, you wouldn't hate me, probably. Like, it might be hard, but you wouldn't hate me. And then, like, I'm also the guy who's, like, demanding that there be a sexual marketplace. So even if you're a nerd, if you, like, work your, like, if you're competent enough, I actually think in the future, we aren't even gonna have work. So you'll just be good. And there's, like, a kingdom of heaven and there's saints and stuff. But, maybe the saints are the girls in my harem or the people in my harem, the men and women in my harem. And that's why it's like a kingdom because it has to be separated from the reality, but it's still in the world. And then there's a world system, and like the thing attached to me controls the world system once whatever this Satan thing is defeated. And I think after a certain number of attempts to like dethrone me or something, they realize I'm so entrenched as like actually like justifiably like who I'm claiming to be or something, and then it stops and we go to the kingdom of heaven and I just am that person or thing. And like they're trying to test whether that's the case and it's just hurting me as Matthew. And I think the Bible is kind of like you're gonna have to go through it because they're gonna do it. I don't like it either. Don't test God is like one of my first commandments, but like they do it, so you're just gonna have to deal with like them testing me, and it's gonna hurt you. And like I think the metaphysical reality thing is the thing associated with my right leg. I'm the left side. I am attached to the land. In the sea or the ocean of chaos or whatever, where they can do whatever the fuck. Yeah, they can be pretty strong, but like they're anchored to anything really. It doesn't look like. And then the only other anchor point that's going the hardest the other direction is the Satan thing. So that's where the contending with that character kicks off, I think. And he's just a character. He's just the someone who snaked away the most power in the background, who isn't Jesus. And here's the thing. This is why I think I'm like sitting here, fingers crossed, but I think I'm good because the Bible just is like pretty clear that if you believe in Jesus, you're good. And I don't think I could to the degree that I'm doing what I am. I think that something would be hitting me enough to like stop me. Maybe that's even what the thing is. It's like automated defense systems in the harem or something to keep me from saying that I believe in Jesus or whatever and taking I don't know, not in the harem, but in my I don't think you can just lie on Jesus without actual consequences. They just might not be immediate. Generally they aren't. He literally died. You know what I mean? Like and then resurrected. The whole point was to show that the thing that they were going to do wasn't going to do anything. Or, it killed him, but then he came back. So did it really do anything? Um, and then he benefited from it because now the West is for sure Jesus's. Like, you can't claim some other deity owns the Western world. I think they're trying to with the Allah rate mecha thing, but, I'm cutting through that with a sharp sword or with a something sharper. The word of God is so sharp, like the way it describes it, once you're cutting things at a certain level of sharpness, you're cutting atoms, you're splitting the atom, you're nuclear, like, you know what I mean. So like if it's that sharp, if that's how sharp Yahweh, Jesus, and Yahweh are, I think there's about to be a tactical nuclear explosion symbolically, but there might be a real one soon too. Not that I'm condoning any of this. I want to be in a place where none of this really matters. Though there is a thing from the book of Zechariah that talks about like the faces, like basically like their skin like moldering in their flesh or something. It's like hard to read. This is what I'm saying. Like it would make a good Game of Thrones like show because the Bible's crazy. I mean, the Bible is like, wow, this is amazing. like this is like the most. You're talking about like a Game of Thrones, like sex, violence, gore, whatever. The Bible's like literally the real thing. It is the what people actually did to the extreme, to the point where it was like written in history, and it changed history. It like affected the timeline to the point where we still have it. That's what the Bible is. So like and they're trying to get rid of it or change it so that they can steal the power away. But that's not going to happen. Um, but yeah, in the basically when the Armageddon stuff happens, the Gog and Magog, I think maybe even fire from the sky is something like hinting at powerful like split the atom type weapon, but or it could just be lightning. You know, probably lightning is hotter than a lot of things and is like a form of splitting things, and you know, and it could probably get more intense, but you just have it as lightning currently. Though when the Ark of the Covenant opens, it says that the lightning kicks up like crazy. So let's move on. But because I kind of forgot where I was going with that part. Look, it's glitching. It's glitching in real time now. You can see that, right? All right. I mean, it's glitching way more. Like it was stable the other day. Now it's glitching. But it could be another one of those things where something is, and it's the pop up thing, and I'm just making the point. And then maybe something was trying to do that, and they're like, "No, you're that thing." And I'm like, "All right, well then I'm clearly wearing a Venom suit, and the women are playing along. I can't even like, you know what I mean? Like they aren't, they don't. If they listen to me, they would be here. I couldn't demand it harder. So like, I mean, I just. Uh, but I think Maggie Moon, it says bride. Are y'all the bride of Christ? I think even the men in the harem are too, because it's like, you know, men that aren't gonna like make me feel uncomfortable and aren't gonna treat me bad because they're my kids probably, and they're like gonna like help me get the things that I want and not judge me and like speak for me. Maybe they're angels. Maybe the men and women are angels. Maybe that's why at the end, like everybody follows the throne of Yahweh because there's an actual throne. Clearly. Because there always has been, but now you can't fucking deny it. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting hard to deny just even. Like, what, you still pretending I don't have lightning powers or something? Okay. I don't think that goes on forever. I think literally something's about to force just everything, and that's where, like, there's a massive shift that is like I think it's attached to the right leg thing because I just it feels like it. So okay, um, probably daughter, probably son and daughter, probably Mickey Mouse, looking in the mirror, Michael the Mouse, Michael the Archangel, who is like Al, who is like deity. Yo, I mean, you know, in the book of Zechariah, it says the house of David will be like God, so probably that. And then it's whoever's at the head of that, and then it's Jesus. And then Jesus says, I get to be the overcomer, and I'm sharing on the throne, so then that's probably me. So then whatever this mecha thing that is has a bunch of people like trying to take it away from me, I think it's mine. So all right, and you know what am I gonna do with it? Not the Islam thing that they're doing that's trying to force people to submit. Though I'm pretty sure like maybe what happens is like the thing from I was about to say Revelation, the thing from the Matrix where like when Neo plugs in and like makes a deal, it was like, well, not makes a deal. Kind of the deal is like I gotta overcome and be victorious. I actually have to do it, but and it does take a while and it's difficult. But I think we're close to the end for like the difficult part for me, and I get to like relax and probably like Pokimane and Stephanie Houston and Valkyrie and Sarah Sampaio and Milk Girl that I randomly asked the internet to find and Devin and you know okay they all come and Frankie here and all right well okay so or something that's what I'm hoping for that would be like that would be Kingdom of Heaven for me Maggie and they're my daughters or something that'd be cool um what would I really want? Well, I keep talking about Jesus, and like people aren't even engaging the real things that I'm talking about as far as Jesus is concerned. So I'm just like, no matter what I say, I feel like there's something blocking people from engaging me properly. So I'm just that's why I think, yeah. Oh, and here, so this is what we're getting to. So we're about to do the music stuff. Anything else here? No. Okay. Can I make coffee? Can we have an interlude here? What if we took a little break and I went and made some coffee and then I came back and did part two? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. So part one is over. Part two, we're gonna kick off with Gabby DeLue's having cancer. She's trying to keep a strong face. I think I could help her if she would come. Maybe I am helping her, and I'm pointing out the Islam thing that's given her cancer, and it's given me cancer, and she's just a good thing, like a good example of it. Or maybe she's like an example of me, because probably Issa is my daughter, if I have to guess, and it's Anja's best friend. And I don't really want them to be hurt, but I don't know what they're doing, why they won't be here. And so something feels weird and off about it. So this is what I said. But I'm gonna go get some coffee and then start back up. I'm gonna get coffee, use the restroom and stuff. So um we'll see. We'll see what's up. Here's the truth. I'm trying to judge and like cut through the bullshit, right? But if Gabby is innocent here, like in the sense of like she isn't doing something evil, you know what I mean, to hurt me, um, and like she isn't a part of that, I'm not wishing ill will on her, and that's not how I operate in the sense of like I don't just randomly wish ill will on people. I just when I say things, say things in black and white because it's hard to shade in the gray all the time, and it just takes a lot of time to do that actually, or shade in the colors and whatever. But like, I don't want her to be hurt, especially if Issa is my daughter or any of the, like. I don't really want anybody to be hurt, to be honest. Um, like there are people that are doing bad that won't stop, and I'm pretty sure. I say it like legitimately, everybody just looks like my kids at this point. So if I'm looking at it like I'm the overcomer, right? If I'm on the throne with Yahweh, if I was in that mentality, and I'm looking at them, I'm just like, my kids won't stop hurting my own kids, and like I can't get them to stop, and I just want some of my kids to come. I can't even get my kids to come like see me, you know what I mean? Even if they have cancer and like it would save them. Like even here's a good thing. I think the Houston is like world renowned for cancer treatment, and Gabby here has all the opportunity to come to Houston. Like I want to go get coffee and I'll do that and I'll go into the whole thing here. So pause this. But this is how I feel about it. At any point they could reach out to me. At any point they could end this. They're playing some stupid game. They want to be adversarial. They're probably the fake Jew thing from Revelation where it's like the whole Jamie Mazur thing and whatever is like whatever Jamie Michelle Mazur like fake yogi, fake Jew, whatever thing. They're doing something where they don't believe in Yahweh. Like how about this? I'm here in Houston. They aren't here in Houston. Every indication is that they should come to Houston for like their own life. Like their life literally depends on it, right? And like they won't do it. So I'm just looking at this like it's that my reality is just it's crazy looking at this as like it is still going on and that's what's going on. But I do want to go get coffee, and so I'm gonna go get coffee. Okay, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this video here, and this is gonna be part one, and there will be a part two or something. And in the part two, it'll be I'll actually do the mix stuff, and I'll kick that off pretty quickly. Like I'm gonna get coffee, use the restroom, get coffee, stuff like that. Come back. I'd like to do this have a live thing where I don't have whatever, but and I might as well be doing it live, but I'm recording it, and this is how I process the information. Um, like it helps me keep my own records, and if I keep those records well enough, as long as I'm like firmly in place, I like they're like the Zion archives, like actually the Zion archives, and I have old history from my family, from like hundreds of years ago, 100 years ago, and like actually, so that I keep this for history's sake. So for doc like for I don't I don't want people to lie on what reality is or was. And like I think I in the least can like I do exist, and I can be patient for a long time, and I can do turtle Kamehameha power wave, and like, you know, it looks actively like I actually can do turtle wave Kamehameha type attacks. Or, is this an attack? I mean, I actually think it's like a tourist attraction for them, so they're getting benefits. I'm not really trying to hurt people, especially with this kind of thing, but I do need to demand a better reality, and like I can see that other people do that, but with violence. And so if the violence that I do is like powerful earth moving energy attacks or something, or like, I have sex with women that are my daughters that like are like my monkey daughters that are my like Pokimane or Stephanie Justin or Valkyrie or Alessandra and Aja Ambrosia, or whatever. When they're old enough, I'm like, my whole point is like, I think people are trying to put fake rules on me anyway, and we're trying to do that since I was a kid, and took my childhood from me anyway because I was already connected to this then, and they created a fake reality, and so I couldn't actually enjoy what was mine. And they took the women that were connected to me, and they let other people do this these days. Could you hear that? It was like I thought it was the alarm going off. It was someone backing up, and it was beep beep. I mean, that's how my world works too. It's like now people are realizing how evil and unfair that is, or something. To me, how it looks to me, like, oh, I thought you were dead or whatever, and it's like this just looks like the weird experience where I'm just a normal person, and like, look, I get it. It's like something shot me when I was younger, like with a kryptonite bullet, and I was like maybe Superman or in the least Superman's kid, and so I think the world has taken action and decided a long time ago that there would be, you know, justice. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate, like, a very attractive monkey daughter harem. I actually really, really appreciate that. That's maybe the thing that I appreciate most. 100%. And I do appreciate it a lot if it's real. If it's not real, it is the bane of my existence, and maybe that's why it's like poison ivy giving uh Bane venom and juicing him up, and it's exactly the thing that I was talking about with the OnlyFans thing. How about Pokimane come juice me up? If you're gonna juice anybody up, why don't you juice somebody up that's worth it, and not, am I Bane or Batman? Or maybe it's like all that IP comes out of my head, and if you like Bane or Batman or Robin or Venom or any of it, the people that like, you're in their universe and they're in a universe and that universe, and how far does that go? Well, eventually you just get to, yo, actually you get to silence, and there's a bunch of different people in silence, and I can see all of them, and I can hear all of them because they're not as quiet and I'm not as deaf, and I can feel. I have more senses than you recognize, or maybe you do, and like, so I there's people they don't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to say a name. You know what I mean? I have the name that is the intellectual property. I think that carries the light, but I don't need to have the name. You know what I mean? Like, if you operate right, you operate right. But like, the name shines a light on it, right? And the light is a light that the darkness could not overcome or comprehend or whatever. And so, like, do you hear the beeping? Someone's backing up. Um, and like, this is just the reality I was born into, and or uncreated beinged into. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I open up a part of my brain and it's just like the holy holies. Like, there really is like you know, you get to see. Maybe that's what's going on now. You just get to see a whole reality that's like, wait, what the like, Superman harem doesn't even scratch the surface, and like, how conscious was I for any of it? Maybe in some ancient like we get past time. So like I could do any. I could Rick Sanchez. That's I think the point. I think I've been Rick Sanchez for a long time. Since I was like an elementary school, and that's probably also Rick Flag. Um, you see, it's all like DC and Marvel are just two lenses that I can look through. You know what I mean? And like share an experience with you guys to make it make more sense to more people, so that we can, this is like the mecha thing. You guys all can comprehend what I'm saying when I use these, or when people watch them, so I use them. But also, is the Moroccan thing like? There's a Dynamo player, a mean bossy. Is this just her saying I'm a mean boss? See, and then when I sent the thing, or maybe she's the mean boss, and that's like the name pun. And maybe the thing here that's like the hinge next to her side is like my mom using her or something to try to tell me something, because my mom just got her shower recently redone, and the hinges and stuff were things that they explicitly like fretted over for a bit in the house recently, just like the roofman thing, and then the roof was being worked on. Like they've worked on a roof one time in 25 years. All of a sudden, there's a movie with Channing Tatum called The Roofman. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, clearly something's going on. I don't hate attention, and I don't hate people, and I'm really hurting. Like something is really hurting me, but it's not killing me, and it's not going to kill me. It's just hurting me, and it shouldn't. So please stop. Um, and please give me my daughter harem, daughter harem, or whatever, monkey harem. Or maybe they just all look like my daughters and they aren't actually my daughters, because then that's like another gift or something. Like I don't know how this works. I just it does. Here's the truth. It exists. Yahweh exists. So this all exists. I think that's the thing, is people don't want this to exist. So it exists, and you could have something. My whole point is, I think we could all have something better. Like when I look at Noah Ambrosio, and I look at him and I'm like, that is, his nose does not look like um, Jamie Mazur. His, like, I look like Jamie Mazur's father, but his Noah's nose does not look like Jamie Mazur's. Um, you know, Neither does Andra's really, but I just think like, all right, well, if he's my kid, what would I want for him? And I'm also thinking like, well, this is also what I would be for Jesus. And then it's like, well, what would I want for him? And then if there was someone who is like really like the guy, Jesus, then it's like, well, what would I want for him? And it's like, oh, I get the 144,000 virgins on Mount Zion. He also gets buffed because of it, and you're not going to be able to kill him because he's buffed. And so I get to share in that, and I think those are mine. And so I get buffed, and so I don't think you're going to be able to kill me. But like super buffed, like infinite beyond infinite. I get double infinity, I think. Um, so that's what I hope for, and I'm praying for it, and just good blessings, and just every day. I just, for the rest of my reality, I just want to be comfortable. I want to wake up. I'm praying to Jesus in the name of Yahweh. I'm praying to Yahweh in the name of Jesus, and I'm manifesting that this Pokimane immediately like messages me and stuff, like on Steam, and is my friend, and just on all my social media, and like we're just friends, and it turns out she's been messaging me the whole time, and like we're you know I communicate with them, her, all of the girls somehow, and they can just message me, and then I just communicate up here, and then we're talking or something. But I want to play Steam, like actually, I want to play a game of Counter Strike with Pokimane, and I want to do music stuff, but I can't keep up. I could get all that if Pokimane played a game of Counter Strike with me, and like hinted that she was going to be on my OnlyFans. She don't even have to do it at this point. Literally just hinting, like hard hinting, in the sense like repost my post and be like lol or something, or but like friendly lol, like obviously you're playing along and you're gonna join or something. Well, you can leave a little bit of mystery. I don't know, actually. I'm trying to say like don't, but maybe we go a little longer with this. Um, I don't really want to, but that is kind of fun. Um, I mean, it's fun. I just it's hurt. It, like, can we fix my leg and then I can be more jovial and in the spirit of the fun? I mean, I'm doing it despite the leg thing. So how much better will I be when I'm not just like fuck my leg like all the time? You know? um. Uh. But yeah, can Emaine just like how about actually just message me on Steam first? That might be the most reasonable. Like, well, I won't know it's her. How about you message me your Steam ID on Instagram or on something? Can you do that? Am I being blocked? Can she even add my Steam ID? You know what I mean? Like, what I if I want to play a game of Counter Strike with Pokemon, can I do it? Is it will it let me? Will the system let me? Counter Strike 2, obviously, but I guess we could pull up some old versions, but some old virgins. I think actually there's quite a few. Is Cara del Toro virgin? I mean, I think probably a lot of these girls actually might be, and they've just been fucking with me. So I'm hopefully, fingers crossed. And we have like it's just a fun harem. They've just been messing with me. They don't do, they have a vibrator, vibrators, whatever. They have fun, but they keep themselves together with the other girls, and that doesn't bother me. That actually excites me. So that's probably why me. I don't think it doesn't excite a lot of guys. That's why I'm like, well, how about you know Valkyrie and Pokemon? How about you both? How about this? You both repost like yeah, that's what should happen. I'm gonna even like end this now so I can go get coffee and do whatever. But like both Valkyrie and Pokimane um, repost my thing with and message me. I want to play Counter Strike with both. With both, I want both. In all instances, with when you're like, well, um, do you like Alessandra or do you like Anja? Or I mean, do you like Valentina or do you like Anja? And it's like, well, why not both? Or I mean, Alessandra and Anja. Why not both? But recently the thing yesterday was Valentina and Anja. Why not both? Oh, is this side Valentina? Or no, is this side Valentina? Or is this? Are they neither? Or I don't know. Maybe they're not coming, and this is like the. This is like I actually do get to play Pokemon, and we're starting now, and this is like, oh, it's rough for them. So I guess we'll find out because I think it's going to be rough for some people, fun for other people. I'd really like to start now, but I'm patient and I'll continue to be patient, but I'm also not going to be silent on this because I think if you give me this, I have so much power to do all the other things where it's just like, hey, stop. Or can we start this up? Or hey, in this program, there's this problem, so I need this fixed. Thank you. Or we need a free version of this because society needs a free version of this. I'm willing to put up this much money for this. Like, I'm willing to put this much resources because we will get this much good out of this much like thing. And I don't care that it doesn't make money. We need it. Like, we get too much. A program like GIMP, I get too much benefit from. Look, I'm a literal GIMP. I mean, I'm not trying to. I don't know. Is GIMP an insult? Whatever. I'm hurt, and I have an issue, and it does cause me like I call it disabled. I don't. It is disabled, but like damn hard to prove. It seems. Maybe if they did an MRI, but like nobody wants to engage me and say, "Well, Matt, we know you do have some kind of issue, and we want to like actually engage your problem." Because I think then you'd have to engage whatever other problems, or maybe that's what they're doing, and that's what the secret harem is, or whatever the monkey daughter harem. Where's Jessica Alba? Tuesday evening. All right, okay. Hopefully. Well, yeah, I want to play video games, so let's go. And Jessica Alba, like, it'd be cool. Like, I can't. Can I get Jessica Alba into Counter Strike? Like, why are all these hot women that are into whatever all of a sudden they're all playing Counter Strike? Like, I know why, but what? And then like young girls are playing Counter Strike, and they're starting to beat the boys, and the boys are like, no, but they're also like, oh, now the girls are playing Counter Strike with us. But so most of those dudes will talk shit to the girls. But just if I have a harem that like shuts the boys up because they're while they're talking shit and they're telling the girls to shut up, or first of all, you can mute them. Second of all, just send them a link and just say like a middle finger and send them a link to my OnlyFans, and you're just getting railed with your middle fingers up, like you don't get this. And then if you're a good boy, you get this. So that's why I'm being a good boy. There's none good but God, but once we get to the kingdom of heaven, how about that? And you're all my kids? All right, well, then you can be Superman. But first, you got to be Batman, because we got to get to the point where. And so that's maybe what I'm doing with Rayfield. I don't know yet, but maybe I look more like a. I don't know. Do we both look like Batman? Or what? Maybe he looks like the Joker, or I look like the Joker, or. I think I look like I have the trademark to a lot of this stuff, or in the least, the intellectual property, so I'm just confirming. Um, You want to get on the rocket ship? You want to ride the rocket ship, Pokey? Oh, Pokey. um, we can even like have weird stuff where we ask your fans to like, oh, you guys want to make weird tributes anyway? All right, well, here's submit your best, and like if you put your real ID with it or something, like you know what I mean, like your real socials and stuff and whatever, you like, we'll tell you like, oh, congrats, you're the best fan, and Pokey will blow you a kiss or whatever, and like it'll be really demeaning and like humiliating or something, but maybe her fans are into that. Maybe a lot of these fans are, or something. Maggie Moon's fans, maybe. So there you go. That's a gift. Or not. Maybe it's the worst thing ever. If someone was doing that to Stephanie Houston, but they weren't saying the things that I was saying and like obviously doing, I would be perturbed. But I'm clearly doing, so fuck off. If that's what you're trying to say with me. Plus, I'm pretty sure she's my daughter. So, and if you're gonna try to argue, I think I might bonk you on the head with the iron rod, okay? Because I don't want to hear it. She looks like my daughter. She looks like me. Maybe that makes her really happy. Maybe some of these women are like, maybe if I say that, Beyonce is like, oh well, I like the white, and then Stephanie's like, well, I like the black, or and then so they're like, oh, I like each other, and then and then it gets really weird. Or it is really weird, and that's the point. But it's fun for us because it's just rolling around with ourselves or something. I think that's the point of this. I hope that's the point of this. Okay, part 2 coming soon. Let me I don't know if I had any other points, but I do want a lot of lips. A lot of lips. Maybe it's just my own lips. I get a bunch of my own lips. See, look. So, a friend of mine drew these, or he was a friend at one point. Do I have friends? Adnan drew these. Adnan Razvi. He's a Muslim, but maybe if I'm like calling out the Islam stuff, he might be like, "Ooh, Matt's a bit right on that one," because he's not like that. You know what I mean? Like, I could be his dad, probably. Actually, that's probably like all my friends are probably actually my kids. That's probably the thing with Joel, where he's like, "You got a lot of good kids," and I'm like, "No, you guys are Batman." Like, I don't think you get what the Bible is saying here, but until we get to the place where I'm in the kingdom, I think I'm Batman, and like Superman is down. Like Rayfield is either Superman and he's down, and I have to be in Batman mode, and like I am doing it in Batman mode, and that's why it's Goku. But like, um, you know, who is the biggest gorilla? You want to talk about guerrilla warfare? My dad had to go fight in Vietnam and fight guerrilla warfare. So I'm showing him real guerrilla warfare. I'm showing him Monkey King warfare, and like even the Viet Cong or whoever, it'd be like Doctor Manhattan going back in time and saving the comedian. Uh, or Dr. Yostown. In any instance, I will say this. Why don't you watch, man? Well, okay, I'm gonna go do that thing that I was talking about. But hopefully, you know, well, stay tuned for part two. I'll catch you here in a moment. I just, you know, it's been 3 hours. Whoa. All right, yeah.